Hello, hello. Welcome to Charmed Persons. Thank you all for joining us on this beautiful Saturday, or Sunday. It could be Saturday, depending on where you are. You know, I'm not going to judge your time traveling abilities. So, thank you so much for joining us. Glad that you are here. Um, as you might know, if you watched last week's episode, Kelphi, aka JMO, will not be joining us this week, and new development. Neither is Ian slash Rev. Kelphi is currently not with the party. Rev is, so we will do our best to do him justice. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into a recap of last week's session. So, in our last session, the party members found themselves in the middle of the second dragon attack by Vrod, the ancient red dragon, on the city of Duskull. Although the dragon caused a lot of damage and many people were lost, he managed to fly a bit too close to our party in that brief frame of time, and they made him regret it, almost having his HP in one round. Atticus showed his bravery and or stupidity, depending on who you talk to, and almost lost his life doing so, but with his attacks and the rest of the party's barrages, mixed in with the occasional hit from the ballistas on the wall of the city, Vrod finally had to choose to flee. The party then spent a good chunk of time helping the citizens around them as chaos overtook the city. Not long after, they found themselves traveling across the city to reach the headquarters of the Duskull chapter of the Grey Tip Vanguards. Upon approach, they found the leader, Mutt, and the rest of the surviving Grey Tips packing up the caravan early to head to the main headquarters of the Grey Tip Vanguards in the Grey Tip Mountains. The party decided to join, and they left the recovering city of Duskull behind, hoping that their endeavors would cease any more attacks. Along the journey with the Grey Tips, the party members connected over various things, and Kelphi made a new friend, a small boy named Sam, who turned out really to be a Fey presence from the Feywild itself. Sam told Kelphi he was sent to her by her conjured satyr friend, Frank. Sam told Kelphi how wonderful she was and how the adults around her and all over Erubrion did nothing but lie and crush the spirit of those around them. Through his words and sparkling promises, Sam convinced Kelphi to join him in the Feywild. At first, for only a few minutes on the mortal plane, that seemed like hours in the Feywild. Upon her return, as Sam rightfully predicted, the party was very emotional and upset. Using this as fodder, Sam convinced Kelphi to join him in the Feywild for a longer stint of time, until the others reached the Grey Tips. Reluctant at first, Kelphi eventually agrees, and the two of them run off, the party currently none the wiser. So, there you sit, the fire blazing in front of you. The coldness of the air becomes more biting and still as the sun has fully faded behind the horizon. All around you are dark snow-covered pines and other evergreens. The three wagons form a makeshift circle around the main fire as you listen to the wildlife of the night nearby chirp and howl. The events of the day still reeling in your mind as you stare at the warm, dancing light. 6 members of the Grey Tips sit around the fire with you. The only one you've spoken to for longer than a few seconds is Mutt, the Goliath leader. You know the names of the 2 elvish twins as you heard Mutt mention them, Dakar and Deva Sunstride, currently chatting and sipping on their wineskins. 3 other Grey Tips also sit around the fire with you now, a portly orc, a 2 human men, one with a bald head and a long gray beard, and the other with blonde hair thrown into a bun and a scraggly, darker beard adorning his face. 4 other members of the Grey Tips are standing guard at the 4 cardinal directions on the perimeter of the camp, about 80 to 100 yards away from the fire. These members were in the wagons that you guys did not travel in, and you've only briefly even had a chance to look them over. But you do know that there's 2 other humans, a woman with short red hair and a person with a shaved head. A dwarven gentleman with slicked black hair and a curled mustache, and then a human man with a bald head and dark leathers who usually kept his hood up. While you sit there, the wind around you rustles the canvas of the wagon covers, freshly caught hare killed on the day's journey roasts over the fire, filling the air with a savory aroma. And this is where you are, and how far you've come. What would you like to do?
A whittle. No, but for real. I am sitting at the fire, just kind of like warming myself and brooding super hard and waiting for the rest of the party to show up. Because I believe I took off before everybody else. That's
Yes, you did.
not, yeah.
And then
So
Ray
I'm just
joined.
sitting on a stump lot, whatever's around the fire, even if I'm just next to the fire.
Yeah, and then Ray joined you shortly after, and then shortly after that, the rest of the party joined back at the fire with Kelphi speaking to Abra for a brief moment before even Abra turned back around and headed to the fire as well. Atticus, Gustav kind of sits by you next at the fire and just kind of like leans his head on your knee as you're sitting down. Just kind of seems a little bored.
We still have a couple days to go.
You have close to a week to go.
Close to a week.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad that we found Kelphi.
I'm glad she's safe
Yeah.
and sound. No?
Not knowing what has happened, I would probably take Gidget out and just say, hey, will you find Kelphi and just keep an eye on her? And have him
Great.
scurry off and try to find
Yeah,
you.
Get that
he
in your
just
head.
kind of like nods his head and then
Yeah.
runs down your leg. And into the grass. Rustles away.
Then I'd probably just get a book out, read a book. And when I happened to reach in my bag, did Sam actually put a note in my bag? Or did he just tell Kelphi that he did?
You do not see anything else in your bag.
What a dick.
Yeah.
I made sure to write down, Sam says he put a note in my bag, but did he?
I look at her reading a book. I say, Abra, do you happen to have any like books on the Feywild?
My guess would be, Zach, tell me if you think I'm wrong, is that I would probably have some books that like had a chapter on the Feywild, but I probably don't have any books that are like specifically about the Feywild.
Yeah, I would say you have just a general like World of Erubrion book that might speak on the Feywild briefly. Very interesting subject, but not something that you would take up space probably hauling around with you. So the best you probably have is like a blurb on the
Okay.
Feywild and like a book about Erubrion, the world of Erubrion just in general.
Okay, then I would, without looking up from my book, grab that book out of my bag and just like toss it to you.
I look through it, and unbeknownst to them, I'm specifically looking for how to kill things dead in the Feywild.
Unfortunately, the blurb does not go into how to kill things. The blurb about the Feywild just speaks about how it is another plane of existence, how there are said to be civilizations that live there, as well as creatures that are unlike any on the mortal plane. And it says that oftentimes creatures from the Feywild will find their way into the mortal plane, causing trickery and havoc. And that usually the Feywild is something that is majestic and mysterious, but something to be cautious about. And that's really it.
Is there anything in my like old person brain that I can roll for about the Feywild that might not be in the book?
You haven't really spent much. I mean, you've never been to the Feywild, and the knowledge that you know about the Feywild is just the general knowledge that everybody else would, which is just, yeah, it's a magical, mysterious place.
Cool.
You know,
Gustav.
Gustav is from the Feywild. If you have any questions, ask him. I can talk to him.
How do we get there in case we ever have to deal with whatever this thing was?
Gustav, my boy. Can we go with you to the Feywild? Do you know of any way?
He just kind of talking to Gustav is weird. He doesn't like have a voice. It's just kind of like the knowledge comes
He has
to
an
you
intelligence of 6. With being the fine steed, if that.
So smart. What a good boy.
Do they summon? They say. Let me just look up the. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it could just flat out be just.
No, I talked to it. I didn't know we share a common language that I know.
You're gonna have to think of a new voice for Gustav, Zach.
Shut the fuck up.
And he knows Dwarvish.
Yeah, unusually intelligent. Yeah. Well, maybe I was thinking of something. Maybe I'm just thinking of the familiar. Oh, I am. I'm just thinking of the
You're
familiar.
thinking of Atticus's intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
13
he-
intelligence.
Yeah. So
same.
Statistics.
Gustav is Sam.
Oh, God.
So okay, so this is what he. So he looks at you and he says, "Hi."
Oh my god!
And I'm not
Yes.
shocked at all. Because that's how Gustav
Yeah, of
always
course.
sounds.
Yeah,
I have,
yeah.
Oh, well, as you know, I'm not really, from the Feywild. I just kind of assume the form of a Fey creature. I'm really just kind of a spirit that comes from you and Lyra herself.
Oh, I love you just the same.
But I do
buddy.
know a little bit about it, and I will say I definitely don't have the ability to take you there, but it's for sure kind of a dangerous place.
Thank you, Gustav. I appreciate the information.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to get there. He turns out
Because
Feywild.
and the reason why I'm making that judgment call is that it does says you summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually and then it says you can choose the statistics of this creature. So you're not summoning a fey creature. You are summoning a creature that is because there is a
comes
actual,
off as Fey.
exactly because there is an actual spell that is summon fey. So I think that there is a bit of a difference there. So yeah, he's more of a like emanation of you and Lyra and that relationship, which is why he speaks like that. Because Lyra is the goddess of joy, and that's why I made that decision in that book.
What does it look like around the fire as we're just sitting here?
It just looks like Gustav is over and over again doing the head tilt. At
Oh,
Atticus.
okay.
Yeah.
And but is it like, is he just like deeply concentrated? Is Atticus like deeply concentrated too? So are they both just like head tilting?
I think that yeah. Atticus is all like just mirror. They're both. It's the
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look across the fire, just at them going like that, and I'm just gonna like be like, dang, I miss Tiny.
Oh.
Where is Tiny?
He can only come out like once a day for 3 hours.
Oh.
And she would have already had him out.
Where?
Yeah.
By the way, where is Kelphi right now?
I don't know. I'm giving her some space. I just told Gidget to go look for her though.
Give
He should let me know what's going on soon.
give the kid who disappeared space.
Look, Elburn, I don't want to give her space either, but I also don't want this thing to win over her thoughts. So
Try to
She didn't
control her
Be
too
nice
much,
to her.
she'll just rebel against us even more.
Yeah,
Or
I
she'll-
agree.
or
I'm really
she'll-
tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay,
Hey,
have a
Rev.
good night. What are we calling you now? Are you still Randy?
I am the Great Stain.
No, I'm
Tony
Tony in the
Tomato?
city.
Tony in the city.
No, I'm saying in the city I'm Tony. Here I'm Rev.
No,
Oh.
you're Tony in the city.
Tony in the
Go to bed. And he goes to bed.
Good night,
All
Rev.
right, good night, buddy. Yeah. I mean,
Rev is just suddenly so tired.
we should for unrelated reasons. We should probably look for her more than just like the space.
Yeah, but
sure.
yeah,
Well,
I
I
agree.
saw her like 2 minutes ago.
I agree, but Elburn, can I just say something real quick?
You're gonna.
I am. I agree with you. I want you to know first and foremost that I agree with you, okay? But I think this is a moment where we need to know our friend and know what is and is not going to help her. And no offense, man, but you being an asshole to her is just going to push her further away.
The last
Okay.
time she made a choice like this.
You were an asshole to her and it impacted her for a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm sorry she released a dragon. My bad.
No, you're right.
This is
Like,
your
she shouldn't
fault,
have fucking done that. She should not have fucking done that.
But
Kelphi's
nobody
responsible,
knows
though.
more than Kelphi that she shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But what's
So just let her go.
made you
Just let her
make
go.
friends with
And I
her?
put my hand on Elburn's knee and I say, just let her go. She'll be fine.
I like do the classic, like I raise a finger.
I mean, you should know more than anybody about learning from past mistakes.
Yeah, well, I don't want.
Yeah, did
Kelphi to
us
have to spend 1,000
barraging you with
years
insults help you?
I just don't want her to make a. She doesn't need a penitent 3,000 years of repentance, I should say.
I look
Couldn't
at
do
everybody
that.
in the circle and I say, "Aw, Elburn cares about her."
I know he does, so I'm trying to
swoop my
teach him
hair
how
over
to
my
do
head.
it.
I threw my hair over my head and I go, no, I don't.
God, you're embarrassing me.
Is this just us around the fire, or is there the other members of the?
I
There's a
don't know. I
few
think I
other-
explained literally
was Mutt.
specifically who
It
was
was.
around the fire with you.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, no,
Whoa,
I'm sorry. Aaron. I'm
whoa.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just giving you shit. I'm so
Whoa.
sorry. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
gonna mute myself.
Atticus just leaves. He just
No,
leaves and never
no,
comes
I
back.
apologize. I apologize.
Aaron turns his video off.
No, I gave you a lot of information. No. Okay, so the people who are around the fire with you right now are Mutt, and then
And
the two
twins.
twins who you know, or at least you know their names. You haven't really talked to them much. And then the orc, like the portly orc, and then
Orc.
two human men. One that's bald with a long gray beard, and one that's like younger with blonde hair thrown up into a bun and like a scraggly beard. And the other 4 gray tip members are the ones on the perimeter right now.
Got it.
I wanna.
They're
just
not
check in.
like sorry to interrupt you, but they're not just
No,
to
you're-
let you know like they're not like the two twins for sure are like in their own conversation.
Yeah.
And then the two humans also seem to be in their own conversation, and then Mutt and the orc is dealing with the hares. Sorry, someone is spamming in the chat, and so I'm banning them very
Me.
quick. Okay, there we go.
Dang it, Elburn.
And the orc seems to be dealing with the hares and dealing with the cooking on the fire, and then Mutt is just chilling. He's not really like listening to your conversation, but he is within earshot of you. Sorry, Emily, go ahead.
No, you're good. I just want to telepathically check in with Gidget and see if he's found Kelphi.
He's like he just this is what I meant to say when I was talking to Eric. It's like, you know, he doesn't really have like a voice. He just kind of like the knowledge comes to you, and he just kind of tells you that he just hasn't found her yet. He doesn't necessarily know that she's gone, but he has not found her yet.
Okay. I think I'm gonna meet Gidget where he is and just look for Kelphi. I don't want to go to bed without finding her. Does anyone want to help me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come and help you.
Yeah, I won't make you
Send
guys roll
Gustav
for.
to just sniff around.
Yeah, I won't make you guys roll for anything, and especially with Gustav helping. Gustav leads you to pretty much where Avra, where you left Kelphi, and then a few hundred feet away. And sure enough, you guys see in the tall grass, some bits are covered in snow, but most of it, especially now that you guys have been walking all over it and stuff, is back to its grass-like state. And sure enough, there's a swirling pattern very similar to what you saw the last time she teleported away. You were muted, Angie.
What is that? I say quietly to myself, but if anyone hears me, sure.
Oh, hey, J-Mo. Hello. She just chatted.
What?
She chatted.
Oh, I
on
was
Twitch.
like, is she back?
No, she chatted on Twitch. Hello. We don't
Um,
usually respond to people, but I'll respond to you. Hi, J-Mo.
You guys, I saw this, and I like call them over because I think I kind of discreetly saw it last time.
Yeah. Well, no, you all
But-
saw the pattern, but you were the one that kind of like dissected what was
Yeah.
going on with it. Yeah.
And we know she went to the Feywild, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could assume. Yeah.
Yeah. I just like how, and I'm gonna stand in the middle of it and like how, because I
Yeah.
kind of want to do it, right?
No,
Like,
I get
kinda
it,
wanna,
yeah.
Like,
It's
I'd make you
magic,
ro-
it's magic.
I'd love to make you roll
Druidy.
something, but
do
unfortunately,
it, arcane. I don't know.
unfortunately, there's just kind of nothing that happens. You know, there's just nothing that you can really glean. It's
Nature. I don't know.
it's
like-
definitely, and the reason, and that does answer your question in some sort of way. you realize that it's not natural. It is not some. It is definitely
Yeah.
magic. It is a magical thing that is happening. You've never seen. You know, the only teleportation type of stuff you've seen is the stuff that Avra can do, which requires a very intricate circle of runes.
Yeah.
And
I don't have those.
and the only other teleportation that you've seen is like stuff what Atticus can do, which is very limited in range. So whatever is teleporting her is very powerful, and in a way that does kind of answer your question.
Is that where the trail ends, Ray?
Yeah, it's. I mean, like, I just wanna go there. You know.
So she's gone again, is what
She's,
you're saying.
Definitely
I think she
Yeah.
might be. I think she might be gone again. I don't think we should worry. I know we're going
Why?
to, but
I turn
I'm
to
very
Ava,
worried.
say nothing, and just like glare and just do it like one of the.
Ray, why don't you think we should worry? Like, genuinely, I would love to not worry.
I mean, okay. I just don't think we should. Something in me is saying that, and I know like you have no reason to trust me on this, but Kelphi and I are very similar in that like this is our place. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but like everybody has a place, and like this kind of area and this kind of stuff is our place. And so I think wherever she is and whatever she's doing, she is as well equipped as she can be to conquer whatever she needs to do.
And I, as the DM, will, not that you guys have forgotten, and not that you have to believe her, but just because it's been a week, I will remind everyone that when Kelphi came back, she did very much emphasize how she was fine, and she was fine the whole time. And once again, whether or not you believe her or whether or not you care about that is its own thing. But I
Yeah.
did just want to remind you that that is something that she said.
Can I don't know if I would know this. I'm gonna wake up Elliot and ask him if I don't know this.
Oh God.
But would I know, like, if they disappeared here, whenever they shift, like plane shift or whatever, back, would it be back to the same spot?
You know, it's like, as far as you know, 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, because there's all different kinds of teleportation. I will say, they returned. They did not return to the same spot last time.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
Because remember, she returned and she was like away from all of you guys and just stood there and waited for you guys to notice that she was there.
Yeah.
Well,
Do
I
we-
could talk to her, but in 8 hours. So I'm gonna hit the sack.
Do we just wait here until she comes back?
No, you know what? No.
I mean, maybe we just at least wait until morning and we reconvene in the morning and figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'll
we
send her a
have to
message
go
in the morning.
Kill a dragon. We can't wait for. Nah, fuck. She's probably. Let's be real.
I mean,
this is the kidnapping. I don't
she
give a
knows
shit.
where-
This is fine.
She knows where we're going, and if she wants to come with us, she'll come with us.
Does
She
she? Do we
knows.
know exactly where we're going?
To the base of the nearest Great Tip Mountain.
Great Tip
Well,
Mountain's
to-
pretty
At
big.
least Pharaoh
Yes,
can get a
yeah,
hold
no,
of
it is.
her
It is a very vague.
We're
No, it's
going-
true. It's a very vague location, but it is a
Yeah.
location. Yeah.
And hey, Pharaoh, as long as Kelphi's gone, let's try to save our communication for her. Of course, you use your communication is unique,
Yes, of course
but
I will.
But one for.
I mean, you have
let's
to know
maybe
the sack.
go over our messages before we send them.
Let's
Yeah,
write them out.
You're right. Yeah,
Errol, I think you have full control over your magic. I trust you to do that.
I mean,
with what you want.
I definitely need to save these to communicate with her, but I need you guys to know the consequences. Is that no more wafers for a while?
Oh shit.
I'm good with that. I think
can-
I'm-
What are we gonna eat?
I'll make that sacrifice.
You guys are
Yeah.
accepting that.
There's
pretty
literally
quickly.
like rabbits cooking on the fire right in front
Yeah.
of us. What are we gonna
Hairs.
eat?
They're hairs.
Sorry.
They're bigger.
I'm
They're
pretty
little
upset
hair.
about the wafers.
Thank you.
Pharaoh.
Thank you. All right. Well,
Um,
But at
I
least
guess-
I mean, you're not missing out a lot because you don't have any goo. You know. So
Yeah.
That's true. We're
the
out of
wafers are really only good with the goo.
That's
I
true.
think the wafers are pretty good on their own.
Yeah, we know you do.
Before we head back to the fire, I just kind of want to like tow around the little spirally point again one more time to see if there's any like stones or rocks or anything that I could collect just in case there's like magic in them.
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Oh. That is a 22.
22. You don't notice any magical stones or blades of grass. But what I will say is you do notice there are a pair of tracks here that you didn't notice the first time this teleportation went away. The first time this teleportation went away, it was just Kelphi's tracks leading to a spot and then her going away.
Mhm.
And this time it is her, just her tracks alone leading to this spot. But then standing next to her are two, what look like just two imprints of cloven hooves.
Cool. But right before the little teleportation point, or
Yes.
like after?
No, like kind of right in the middle of it.
Okay. Wild. All right.
Yeah, it was hard for you to glean it because you had been walking over it, but with the
Yeah.
22 you were able to notice it.
Cool. But no rocks.
No
or anything.
rocks. No, I mean there are
Okay.
rocks, but you don't really notice anything about them other than the fact that they're there.
Can I pick one up and just
Sure.
take it with me,
100%.
just in case?
It's a nice little round, light
Like a
gray
little-
rock. Yeah, almost a
Nice
pebble.
boulder.
I want
That's a nice boulder.
I want to head to bed, but before I sleep, I'm gonna write a letter to Kelphi. I'm gonna actually try to make it kind of short and copy it a few times
Okay.
so that I can like drop it where they disappeared, and then maybe also leave a few like on our trail.
Okay. Yeah, totally.
I'll write that out and send it to you, or
Yeah,
send it to
yeah.
JMO.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, Elbert.
Yeah, what's up? I'm sitting angstily looking at the fire. Is what that means.
Do you think we could start sparring in the morning? You could start maybe teaching me some moves. I got the strength and everything, but you seem to have some moves.
You want to like actually learn from me?
Whoa.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, if you're interested in wanting to learn some things, I think over 1,000 years I've learned a couple of things.
Oh,
I wish I
okay.
could hear what you were saying.
Yeah,
though.
can't hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, I would love to learn some things from you. I've seen you do some things at combat that's blown my mind.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, yesterday was. What the fuck? I'm sorry. That wasn't even yesterday. That was today. You did that. Was that yesterday?
Nose today.
Yeah. I'll kind of like
Yeah.
lift up my shirt with my back. Like, is my back kind of fucked up? I don't know.
I look at it.
Stinging a lot.
I look at it. What do we got going on? When I
It
look
looks
at
like that one girl's shins from Brink.
Oh no!
I turn
Atticus.
around and in the world of D&D coin the term "yikes." Yeah, man.
Is it bad?
I immediately.
What
think
a!
of aloe
I just
vera.
gotta say, I'm super proud of myself for that reference.
That was good.
That was a good pull. I'm immediately like rubbing you down with some like aloe vera.
Bombs.
Aloe
Yeah.
vera.
That looks
For sunburns.
Mutt's like y'all are real close together. I like that. You guys are a good tight knit group.
Thanks.
We love
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, we're
Have you seen
friends.
I can
anything
tell.
like this? And I turn Atticus toward Mutt.
Yeah. When I, well, yeah, I've seen
I
that.
was rollerblading.
What's rollerblading?
No, I've seen that once before when a man was tied to the back of a horse. But
I don't know
Well,
what
you-
it felt like.
I mean, you're on the back of a dragon. It's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
yeah,
hurt a
yeah.
lot.
were you
I'll
drunk?
probably sleep on my stomach.
You were on the
Swim.
dragon?
Yeah.
For a bit,
Yeah,
for a little
you
bit, yeah.
rode the
No
dragon
way.
It was actually pretty. It was pretty cool.
He looks.
like-
He looks
I
over
mean-
to he looks over to you, Ray. Was he really?
He like did this thing where he like put his swords and
Well, how'd that happen to your back then?
yeah. Well, it like, well, Atticus, I'll let you tell it.
The dragon flipped over while I was on its back and drove.
You telling me you got body slammed by a dragon?
He
Yep.
did. He
just a couple hours ago?
Holy
Yep.
shit, man! Well done.
Thank you.
If you ever want to do any work for the Great Tip Vanguards, you just you let me know. We could
No,
use
no,
someone like
you know-
you.
No,
You know,
it's fine.
I think I'll take you up on that. How long have you been with the Great Tip Vanguard?
Me? Oh gosh, I've been with the Great Tips about 15 years now.
Oh, 15 years?
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you get
Cool.
involved with How'd you get involved with them?
Oh well, I was part of a tribe, almost like everybody else, like me, and well, tribe got disbanded for not so great reasons, and so I was kind of wandering by myself for a long time. Started doing some work for this group, calling themselves the Great Tip Vanguards. Hunted for them, and because that's what I was good at. And so started doing work for them there and worked outside of the HQ for a while, and then started heading the Duskull chapter about 5 years ago. So I've been in
What,
the Duskull
what
chapter
kinda-
for about 5 years.
what kind of work do they do? I don't know much about the Great Tip Vanguards.
Oh really? Okay. Well, yeah, yeah.
Oh
so
my God.
well, we're the best. You're never gonna find any hunters who are better. You're not gonna find anyone who can take down the creatures of the Great Tip Mountains any better than the Vanguards. I'm telling you, and I'm not even blowing smoke up your ass. It's just flat out truth. There are. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Steep Cliff.
Oh, Steep Cliff. Okay, gotcha. So yeah. So you've been near the Great Tips. You know that there are some creatures out there that'll make the biggest wolf shit its pants. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
So yeah.
Tussled
so,
with them a couple times myself.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I mean, you were on the back of a dragon. You understand it. So yeah. We specifically look for people who are good at taking down beasts of a nature that's a little bit more than natural, I guess you could say. And yeah, so that's kind of what we specialize in, and we usually do it for profit. People love buying pelts and parts of all different kinds of exotic animals, but we also offer our protection services. I actually think Steepcliff, I think that's one of the towns under our protection. So
Yeah, it is. At least it was.
okay.
Do you do any work? Do you do any work around Steep Cliff?
No, not me. No, I've been I've been to Steep Cliff for sure, and I've been around Steep Cliff. But as
Right.
far as the gray tips go, no, I've really been out at the HQ, out in the wilds, and then made my way up the ranks. And like I said, leader of the Duskull chapter, past 5 years.
Do you know who leads the kind of Steep Cliff protection agency? I'd love to thank him myself.
Oh yeah, well no, I'm sure they wouldn't mind that at all. No, I don't. No, Redwald is the one that you would want to talk to. He's the leader of everybody, and he's the one that kind of doles out those assignments. I'm sure Steve Cliff's a small town. It's not going to be someone who's as adept as yourself, but
Right.
or myself, either. But yeah, no, it's I have no idea. No.
Where can I find Redwall?
Redwald, oh, he's going to. We're heading to him.
Oh, perfect, great,
Yeah.
excellent.
Great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Wow,
good.
that'll be fun, Atticus. You can talk to Redwald.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
I lean to Ray and go, we're thinking very quietly, I'm like, we're thinking the same thing, right? Like, there's a problem.
Probably gonna be a problem. Probably gonna be just like a little bit of a problem.
That whole time, Pharaoh was rubbing my back down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rubbing your back.
This is like the epitome of like you're cheating on your partner and then the other partner or like the other person finds that like they're in the room together.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the middle of these two groups and like where's my allegiance? I don't know who's to say. Where's the money?
Funny.
I'm sweating.
So yeah, you guys are just chilling around. At this point, the orc has taken the hairs off of the spit and has carved those up into munchable
Yum.
pieces, passed them around on some plates for y'all to get a munch on. Very tasty, well seasoned, well cooked. The orc introduces himself as Griv. He's the cook of the group, and so that's why it tastes so good.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's about it. Yeah.
I was just gonna say if I could, like, as we're eating, just turn to Griv and be like, do you still have the pelts from when you skinned these hairs?
Yeah,
Or did you get rid?
Yeah, no, I do.
Could I have 1 or 2 of them?
Well,
if you're not-
what do I get?
What do you get?
Yeah.
You could have oh, that's a good question.
Well, you just thought I could give one to you?
Well, I mean, no, you're right. Here, you can have this. And I'll pull out just the small knife that I carry with me that's like just part of my adventurer's kit. And just be like, this I found off of a corpse in Duskull that was,
Why is it so tiny?
well, because well, no, I'm holding the like nose of it, so it's like here's this tiny knife. No,
Here's
I
this
was, like, I'm,
Monopoly.
like, holding
here's
it out.
this clue dagger.
Yes. No, it's like a little. It's just like a little like a little.
Got you. And you
pocket
say you
knife.
found it off a corpse?
I'm gonna like make up a story about how it was like hit with the dragon's heat in this corpse, but
roll
it
a dec-
stayed like just something to make it more special.
Yeah. Roll a deception check.
Okay.
Well, bravo.
That's a big ol' 6.
He looks at you. He reaches into his satchel, pulls out one of the pelts, looks at you.
You need to work better on your stories.
And just tosses it to you.
Thanks. And I take it and I like just hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean it's freshly cut, so
Yeah, I just wanna use it to like put some more warm patches on my armor and like since we're getting
Totally.
into the snowy areas.
For sure. You probably leave it out for the first night since it's like I said, freshly cut, so that it dries and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll easily be able to add that. It'll make a nice little collar around
Yeah.
the top of your tunic, or whatever it's called.
My leathers.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Anybody else do
that's all
anything
I
before
came
you
here for. I'm going to
head to
bed.
bed? Ava, do you bring out the bubble, or do you guys like
Yeah, I bring out the
sleep
bubble.
on sleeping
I probably,
bags? Or...
I just sent you that letter, but I probably would bring out the bubble and then go inside and write.
Cool.
No one can enter the bubble unless like given permission, right?
No one can enter the bubble unless given permission, and she cannot leave the bubble once it's been cast. Yeah.
So
Outside.
I'm probably in there by myself for a second.
I'd be
Can I
like,
please
"Do you mind
have
if you
permission?
sleep in the bubble?
Mhm.
Knocking on the
No, my bubble.
And the bubble's nice because she can heat the bubble from the inside, so it's a very nice, comforting. It is still on the ground though, so you guys kind of like clear out the snow and put down your sleep rolls, and it's a nice little patch that you guys make for yourself.
And whoever's the first one to come in, I would ask them to go let all of the Grey Tip Vanguards know that they're welcome to sleep in here as well.
It's not that big of a dome. It's about 8 feet by 8 feet.
Okay. Never mind.
So you guys,
Our bubble.
when all of you are like, when all 7 of you are in it, it is a tight fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah,
I think I'll still go over and ask them if they want to come join. Just
who
because
do you go ask?
I'll go up to Mutt.
Yep.
Invitation's open for you to come join us in our little hut. I know it's kind of cold out here.
Oh, I like the cold, but I appreciate it though. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, you
Isn't
can
he a
talk to
Goliath?
you can talk to anybody.
Yeah, he's a
you want.
Goliath. What'd you say?
You can invite it to any of the other Grey Tips if they want. We're just gonna have a good time in there.
Hey, you guys can be in their bubble if you want.
I mean, I guess I could have done that.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
You know what? You're right. Thank you for putting me in my place.
No problem. Hey, I'm not trying to put you in your place. I'm just a very honest guy.
Yes, Daddy.
Hi, I'm an honest. I'm an honest guy too.
Oh, that's good.
Would you consider yourself a good person or not?
What's your parameters?
I believe that everyone's inherently good.
Well, then, yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
just want
great.
to say the spell does specifically say 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside.
Okay.
So we've got a little bit of room.
Okay.
Little bit.
Yeah, I just, kind of in your line of work is a little touch and go, and I just think you're
Yeah.
a good person generally, and I just wanted to see how you felt about it yourself.
I appreciate that. I mean, I try not to harm anyone who doesn't deserve it.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
I try not to harm anyone, regardless of if they deserve it or not.
Yeah, I can tell.
It has been so good to talk to you, Mutt, and you guys have been so accommodating.
Appreciate it. Well, hey, you know what? Strength in numbers. It's one of the great tips, tenets. So.
Hope you guys don't betray us. All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're funny.
You really?
Huh?
Okay. Thank you.
What?
Invitation's open.
Okay.
I really think we're connecting right now.
I'm a little confused, but I'm sure.
You're confused? What
No,
about
I
it?
just don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Well, just this last well, just
Huh?
this last just the last
Yeah.
bit. With the
Oh, which bit? No, I'm not confused.
no, the part where you said what did you just say that kind of confused me a bit?
Don't
The last
betray
part.
us?
What did you just? Oh yeah, the don't betray us, and I said you're
Yeah.
funny, and you said I am,
Oh yeah.
and
Thank
that's
you
the
for
part that confused me. Yeah.
I really think we're becoming fast friends.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, bye. Bye.
See ya. Oh man, I will always love getting into conversations with Matt's characters. So does everybody just kind of join in the bubble?
I do write down my my scry that I briefly yelled about earlier in the night.
Yeah.
But I officially write it down on some parchment, just to
Okay.
be I'm gonna remember everything about this.
For sure. Yeah, totally.
Have we talked about that yet?
Nope.
Not really. Yeah.
Nope. Kelphi was a little bit more prescient.
Right.
I did actually write it down from the last time, so I do remember it more or less, but we have not spoken about it. So I'm writing outside the bubble somewhere.
Okay. All right. So you all find yourselves eventually asleep and/or meditated within the bubble throughout the night. As Mutt told you, there were 4 people on the perimeter, and that they would be there working in shifts throughout the night, and that unless you just really wanted to, the Grey Tips would just kind of handle perimeter watches. So Pharaoh, you're always up before everybody else because you don't need as long. So the sun slowly starts to rise, and you here, let me give
Can I say that I did one quick thing before we went to bed? I'm
yes,
sorry.
it's okay.
I just want to have taken the time to cast illusory script on all my letters so that anybody but Kelphi who comes across it would just see gibberish. It's as ritual, so it would just take me an hour before we went to bed.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, you wake up to a very brisk morning. You can tell even in the warmed dome that the temperature is for sure colder outside. There's frost on pretty much everything. However, the fire is still going. It was kept up throughout the night. You notice that sleeping next to the fire is Mutt. Literally just nothing on top of him. He's just on a sleeping roll, just on the ground, laying back. But he's the only Grey Tip member that you see right away. And as you're up, you see the bald, bearded man come in, like hustle up to Mutt and like push him and wake him up, and their voices seem to be raised for a moment, and Mutt is like confused, and Mutt gets up and he grabs his axe, and the two of them walk off of.
I'll stick my head out of the dome.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Mutt looks over at you. Oh, morning. Apparently apparently Horace is missing. And so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and they walk away.
All right. I'll stick my head back in.
All right.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, you stick your head back in, and eventually everybody else wakes up. As you guys are kind of groggily waking up in the morning, you start to hear raised voices as all of the Grey Tip members seem to be on the other side of the fire, away from you guys, kind of like not angrily talking to one another, but like urgently talking to one another.
What's going on?
Horace is gone. I really hate
Wait,
this.
how do you know that?
They told me.
Which one is Horace?
You don't know?
When did
Great
you
question.
find this out?
Yeah, Mutt told me earlier, 4 hours ago.
Mutt said
Oh,
it's
fuck.
his horse was missing.
Yeah, Horace is missing.
No, Horace.
Horse?
Horace.
Oh, just a horse?
Horace is
Not that
missing.
big.
The horse we brought with us.
Oh. All of
Yeah.
them?
I guess. Was it all of them, Farrah?
I didn't get.
You guys
details.
are out of control.
You-
But in
probably
all
go check in
seriousness,
with them?
Farrah, why? When did this happen? Like right when you woke up?
Well, I don't really wake up. I just kind of come.
Oh, stop it! Stop
Semantics,
it with that.
but
I'm gonna go check in with them if anybody wants to.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
send. I'm gonna send a
Yeah,
message. to
yeah, I'll
Kelphi.
go for sure.
I also joined.
All right, Pharaoh.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message to Kelphi.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna stay with Pharaoh.
All right, what should I say?
Hey, Pharaoh, what are you? Yeah, run it by me.
Okay. Hey, Kelphi. Notice you're gone. Why? Where?
Okay, good start.
Where?
Reporters' questions. How? Why? Where? When?
How?
What?
I think we probably know where, right?
Hmm.
So, maybe let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say, we noticed you're gone. We hope you're safe. Just a reminder of where we're going. Will you meet us there?
Yes.
Can you generally do that? you
Yeah.
think?
Great Tip
I
Mountains.
believe in you. You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Suddenly so nervous. Kelphi. Hey. Notice you were gone. Why? Hope you're safe. What? Meet you back Great Tip Mountains soon, hopefully. Have a good one.
3 more.
Pharaoh over out.
After a moment, Pharaoh, you get a response. And Kelphi says, I'm fine. I'm with Sam. I'll see you at the Great Tip Mountains. Tired of being treated differently.
Okay.
Yikes.
She's that makes me feel a lot better. She's with Sam, who I still think is going to be okay in the end. She seems fine. She's tired of being treated differently, which I understand. She didn't seem distressed at all. I could send her another message, but that might be a little too much.
Yeah, don't use another spell. I wrote her some letters. I'm gonna leave them along the path. Hopefully she'll find them. Let's maybe just check in with her again tonight.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks,
do that.
Pharaoh.
Yep, no problem.
All right.
All right.
So
Horace is going.
So yeah, the flashback a little bit to the rest of you approaching the group. As you approach, you hear more and more about the conversation that is going on. They seem to be talking about what they're going to do. They seem to be talking about what could have done it. They are talking about whether or not they should chase it or keep going. And that's kind of the crux of the conversation that you're hearing as you're approaching.
Seems to be the problem.
Hi, sorry, didn't mean to wake all of you up. One of our members, Horace, and you look around and the blonde-headed man with the bun and the scraggly beard is gone. He went missing. It looks like something took him last night. And we have to find him. The bald guy with the beard.
I was like, all right.
It speaks. The bald guy with the beard speaks up and says that, and Mutt's like, I know. The woman with the short red hair, she says, well, if we look at the tracks, then we can try to follow where it's at, and I still think that might be a valuable, and she's cut off by what you now see in the daylight, and actually studying him for the first time. The complete bald man that was that started the perimeter watch last night, where you guys haven't seen, is actually completely bald. He has no eyebrows, no facial hair, very, very pale, and he currently is talking with his hood up, and he cuts off the short-haired red woman, and he says, no, that's not going to be a useful time usage for us. We need to get to the Great Tip Mountains. We need to fight this red dragon. I'm sorry that your son was taken, Hank, but this is the only solution that we have. He's gone. We don't even have tracks to follow. We don't know what's going on. If all we're knowing, we're being stalked by something. We need to get to the Great Tip so that we actually have a chance at surviving whatever is going on. And they're just all talking to one another.
To kill the thing that's stalking us, then?
A lot of people look at you guys and are like, what? And the bald man's like, have you seen the tracks? Did you go over there and look at what took him?
No, but if
oh great, well we have, and we haven't seen any tracks. They stop completely in the snow, dead. They don't go anywhere else. So what do you suppose that we follow?
Okay, why is this little penis talking to me? What's going on
Oh my
here?
God.
All right, Elburn, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get a +4 if you're within 10 feet of me, buddy.
I for sure am. We all walk there together.
Yeah.
Well, I don't make it, I bet, even for that +4. That is 11.
You fail. As you were speaking, your body contorts and freezes for a moment, and you are restrained as the man puts out his hand, and his eyes kind of flash in a white arcane as he casts hold person on you. And he says, so apparently dragon slayers have no manners. Is that what I'm discovering?
Hey, there'll be none of that. Let him go. And I'll have one hand on my sword.
You do so, and Mutt stands in between the two of you, and he takes out his axe. Hey, listen, I've really enjoyed our time together, but if you threaten the Great Tips, I'll kill you where you stand. How about that?
Well, if you don't release my friend right now...
Oh, your friend that started the situation? That's who you're gonna defend, smartass?
Started it. He wanted to go look for the...
He called my friend an insult, and everyone's starts arguing, and by this time, the spell has faded, and you are free to go, and voices are being raised, and yeah.
Am I over there yet?
Yeah. You guys. That's what you and Matt, or you and Pharaoh, walk up on the explosion of anger coming between the two.
My question still stands. So he can do magic, but are we gonna do anything about it? Because it seems like we should kill the thing that might be plucking us.
How about the fact that you're guests here, and this is what we've been talking about for hours? Who the fuck are you?
Can you show us the tracks?
Just like that.
What makes you look at me? What makes you think you can talk to us this way? You don't know who we are. How about you have a little bit of respect?
Oh, Oh, respect. How about you respect the guy who rode the dragon almost to death yesterday?
Come on.
Like almost single-handedly.
I am respecting him. He's not the one insulting my friends for no reason.
Well, we have a son missing, and this guy over here with the hood up just wants to abandon him because reasons.
You don't know how he feels about. What is your deal?
Can
My deal.
While this is
Yeah, Ray, go. Ray.
while this has been happening, I am gonna just leave them to fight. Can I investigate where they said the tracks left off?
He pointed off in a direction, so you can.
Okay,
you
I'm
can
going
go where
that
the direction
direction.
is. Yeah.
We have
I'm
one of the
gonna-
best trackers with us, and I'll point to where like Ray is walking. And I think we could maybe lend some services in finding him. It can't hurt to take a quick look.
Then
Where
go
did
take a
he-
quick look. There's no reason to insult us.
Did he? Yes, you're right. Elburn's an asshole. We can all.
Yeah,
agree on
he
that.
is, and he's not to travel with any of us.
Can I help you? Can I help you, please? I want to look at the father? Is it the father who's talking right now?
No, that was all Mutt.
Okay, I want to
Mutt,
turn to
Mutt
the
came
father.
to the defense of his group.
Did your son have any objects on him that he always kept on him?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Can you tell me something? I might be able to help.
I mean, his sword.
Okay. What do I need to do to?
You need to be, if you're talking about locate object, you have to be familiar with the object. It can't be described to you.
Okay. I'm gonna look around at the others. Can anybody show me an image of his sword who has seen it?
How do we do that?
Any magic users? I know you.
The man who isn't magic looks at you and says, I can show you somewhat what it looks like, I suppose.
I can do my best with that.
And he puts out his hand, and an image of the sword that's kind of a curved scimitar that Horus had appears in his hand.
Okay, I want to try to cast locate object.
You get no pings.
Cool, second level spell.
Hey, maybe he's in the Feywild with Kelphi.
How
That
far of
would
a
be kind
range
of
is
fun.
it?
1,000 feet. Ray, you, I need you to make a survival check for me.
Oh, survival.
I will
rolled
say at advantage, because
advantage?
you are definitely proficient in tracking.
I do lean over to Atticus when this is all going on, and I just very quietly just go, "It can't be the first time he's been called a little penis. Like I don't think that's the first time." And then I
I
just lean
seriously
back.
doubt it.
25.
25. Yeah, so you easily find because there's a lot of footsteps leading up to where this place is. From where everybody else has already continued to look. So you come across the first like clump of steps that are kind of like circling in around each other. It's about 800. It's about 80 to 100 yards away from the fire towards the west, so you assume this is probably where he was standing keeping watch. And then tracks lead away from there. It's mixed in with humanoid tracks, but you do see these large footprints of this creature that has a three-toed foot, and is bipedal.
Ugh.
And it walks a couple feet, and then the tracks completely disappear, and then they appear a couple feet more, and then they completely disappear, and that's kind of happens over and over again. But the humanoid tracks just continue following it. You eventually reach about 200 yards away from the fire, the end of where those tracks lead you, and you see that the bipedal tracks of the creature, whatever it is, yet again disappear, but don't seem to reappear anywhere. And you see various humanoid tracks of various sizes branching off from this location that seem to be that they were looking to where they reappeared to. You kind of survey the whole area for about like 100 yards of just kind of around this area, and you don't see, like, they definitely followed a pattern. It was 30 feet in between each time that they reappeared. And this time you do not see them reappearing. However, you do notice something that no one else has noticed with that 20 with a 25, which was a very lucky roll. There in the snow, at the very edge of the last bipedal footprint, is just a long straight line about 5 feet across, as if there was just a sheet of metal that was about an inch to 2 inches wide that was just like slammed into the ground. Does that make sense?
Like an imprint of just like.
Yeah.
So, and you said it's like 5 feet.
Yeah.
The feck? So as soon as I notice that, while they're all like arguing about it, I'll
Yeah,
make
and
my
you're
way back.
and you're a good chunk away from them now too. So there, you
Yeah.
definitely hear them in the distance. You're able to focus on what you're doing. So
Am
you
I-
make your
is
way.
there-
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, before I go, is like, am I able to pass that point? Like, can I get past that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That-
hmm
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like there's not like a barrier or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
It's just right at the edge, like the bipedal footprints. You know, they're walking.
Yeah.
Right at the
well,
edge of the last footprint is just a line that goes 5 feet across.
Wow, that's weird.
It is.
Cool. So yeah, I'll go back and
Yeah. You go back.
Yeah,
Toxic
okay.
masculinity is still occurring. And
Always.
the penis man looks at you, Avra, and says, he says, "Well, did you get anything?"
yeah. So, oh,
Sorry, no, you haven't returned just yet. So he looks at Avra. Did you get anything?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, I understand. It's not your fault. Maybe if your rest of your party would have listened when they were told that we have tried these things.
I thought he was just a penis, but I guess he's a dick too.
This guy's a dick inside and out. I don't know.
Elburn, Atticus.
I just do this once again. Just
You guys are shaking my faith in humanity.
no, we're not.
Yeah, you're right. I love everybody.
Mutt looks at you, Elburn. All right, how about we settle this one-on-one then? I win, you shut the fuck up. You win, you can say whatever you want.
I look to the party and I go, I mean, that seems fair.
I like those odds.
I'm gonna just roll my eyes and find a nice quiet place to sit because I'm already pretty on edge and frustrated this morning. I can't watch this.
So as this challenge has just been offered, Ray, you return to the group. And you see that everyone's kind of silent in this moment as Elbert and Mutt seem to just be staring at each other.
and I like roll up, and I'm just like, okay, so hey guys, what the fuck is going on?
As I'm like
Mutt-
rubbing his shoulders in his corner.
I look a little too relaxed because I'm not fully awake, so I don't really like.
Mutt cuts Elburn off and looks at you, Ray, and says, "Yeah, your boyfriend's running his mouth, so I told him I'd shut it for him."
I said the guy looked like a penis, and then they got mad at me.
Are you guys
And I left-
dating or?
I mean,
We-
I don't.
Zone of truth. No,
I don't think so. And I look at the guy who he said looks like a penis, and then I look at Mutt, and I just like,
He doesn't.
Oh,
He looks like a penis, but he doesn't have the right to say that. He's never met him.
Don't you
treat? Yeah, but don't you treat your?
him?
Yeah, but he's the one that started it. Don't you treat
Okay,
your friends
are you-
respect?
This seems like a no-win situation here.
No, I
in
think it
fairness-
seems like a great win. It seems like I can
mean-
pound his face in.
And I look at Alburn, and I look at Mutt, and I say, I mean, if you guys want to fight, go ahead.
I do.
I mean, I'm there, and in fairness, it was because I called him a penis because he didn't want to look for this guy's son. So
Yeah, but you
Well, that's
didn't know the
it.
context behind the situation. You just decided to judge and deem your judgment public.
You-
So I can
called
teach
him
you
a-
respect with my fists if you want. Now, are we gonna do this or not?
you seem very mad. We can fight.
I think this guy's all talk.
You seem very mad. We can fight.
Like again,
Elburn,
Elburn's
do you mind
not
if-
fully awake yet.
I mean, this seems pretty evenly matched. I'm
But
not gonna lie.
bringing the focus back to the situation, the Hank speaks up and he says, "What did you were saying that you found something over there? What did you find?"
Oh, yeah. I found something. I don't know if y'all saw those little. It looks like you saw the tracks, right? Like the
Yes, we followed the tracks. Yes,
little scary little feeties.
yes.
Did you see that they just like ended? But where they ended, it looked like a wall came up or down.
We saw the tracks disappear like they did every 30 feet, and then
I mean, the last tracks, it looks like something was blocking it off, or it went over something, or something came down or up. There's like a line.
yeah, you definitely see like no one like admits to it, but you do see confusion on everyone's faces as if they did not notice that.
That's cool. So like, I have that knowledge for later. If it comes to something, just come find me. It's cool.
Oh, well, what could that mean?
You know, that's a great question. And I like look to my crew and I'm like,
Can I make like an Arcana check to see if there's any like magical objects I might know about that
You
would?
sure can.
I make any sort of check about a creature that might teleport.
Ooh.
Sure. Yeah. Roll a
27.
history check, I guess.
Yeah. I was like,
27.
I don't know what that would technically be because I'm not handling any animals.
Yeah, no, I would say history just because you're going with your knowledge. 27 for Arcana.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, 27. So you don't necessarily know. I mean, it could. Multiple options come to your brain. Could be a very large bladed weapon that was sliced into the ground. Could be an object that the creature dropped that was then teleported with it. With 27, you kind of consider all the facts. The fact that the steps disappear right away, and the fact that there's that line, you do know of certain spells that literally create doorways to different dimensions.
Ah, yes, I have one of them.
And so you think that it's possible that one of those spells, and there are many of them that create the effect of a doorway appearing, could have been used, and that the creature stepped through that doorway, thus the doorway disappearing, thus the tracks not reappearing anywhere because the creature entered into a different dimension.
I'm gonna just pull out my spell book and flip to Dimension Door, which I don't have prepared, but it would still be in my book, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And say, I don't know if it is this spell, but this is a similar spell to
You would
what
actually,
might cause this.
you probably wouldn't say that because you would actually know that Dimension Door doesn't, I don't think, does it say that it creates a door? I know it's called
Oh.
Dimension Door, but I don't think it
Yeah.
actually creates a door.
You
does
teleport
it?
yourself from the current location to any other spot within range. Oh no,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
make.
Yeah, it does not
Okay,
make an
so-
actual door. Yeah,
I won't
some
tell them
spells
spell.
literally will make a door.
Okay. So I take back. I won't show the spell, but I'll say.
Yeah.
I know that there are magical ways to literally create a door to another dimension, and
A temporary
seems
door
like-
that is only there for a certain amount of time.
yeah, that seems like the only explanation to me of what I can think of in my magical studies.
I got a 19 history on.
Thank you. 19 history. You can think of a few creatures that have natural teleporting abilities. Most of them are demonic or fiendish in nature, which would make it weird that they were just out randomly in the wild. As far as just like naturally occurring beasts, you can't think of anything that would teleport.
Well, anything that teleports is demonic or some other something in nature that would line up with something that seems to have a very specific magical effect or something that Ava's talking about.
Or just a powerful magic user of any sort, I think.
Were there
three-toed
footprints?
magic user. Yeah, it was
Three-toed magic user?
some goofy three-toe, hoofy, like
I could send a message to Horus, but I'm actually saving my spells.
Can you send a message to Horus?
I mean, I'm not familiar with
try.
him, but maybe Mr.
I mean, you
Penis
saw
over
him.
there.
Yeah, you definitely you at the very least like saw him. So
Oh, okay. I didn't know. If we, like, it
the
has to be like a
the man
physical-
who has been deemed penis man speaks up
I
and he
love that.
says, "I have the ability to send messages, but not over long distances."
Oh, interesting.
I look at Mutt and I look at Hank and I just say, well, this sounds like it's going to be time for a hunt.
What
I'll
exactly
just,
are we supposed to hunt?
I'll
You don't
just
want to
look,
hunt it,
That
right?
seemed like a catchphrase or something.
They
What are
don't
we
want-
supposed to?
trying to-
What are
they
we
don't want
supposed to
find
hunt?
trans stuff.
Whatever that is. Don't you want your friend back?
Where?
Listen, I don't know. We go out there and we do it. We do the damn thing.
And
We're
we
the
let-
gray tip.
And then the
You're
and
the
then
gray tip vanguards.
and then Taz, who is the albino man, Taz, he speaks up again, and he says, and then we just let Vrod destroy Duskull?
Oh.
I do think the dragon is our most important priority, but Pharaoh, I think as much as I want to check in with Kelphi again tonight, there's another member of our current party missing, and I think maybe it would be worthwhile for you to use that spell.
Yeah, I can technically cast sending 4 more times.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll cast sending to Horus.
Okay, yeah. You attempt to cast the spell, you reach out with your mind, and the spell fails.
Did you
Oh.
do it?
I've got good news and bad news. Which you want to hear first?
Bad news.
Just say both of them.
Horus is probably dead.
Mm,
Good
What?
news,
Says
I
his
don't
father.
have to waste any more spells trying to contact him.
What makes you think that he's... And then, Taz just kind of sighs, and he says, I didn't want to just speak on the obvious, but it does seem like this is the logical conclusion. Hank, and he turns over to him and he puts a hand on his shoulder. I know how much Horus meant to you, and Hank just kind of like brushes his hand off of his shoulder and just kind of walks away. And the two twins are standing there in the back, just kind of like talking to one another. And Mutt is still just mean mugging Elburn, and Taz kind of looks to the rest of you and just says, I am saying that I think that we should continue on to the Great Hip Mountains and fight Vrod. I feel as if exhausting our efforts, finding a creature to avenge the death of one man does not outweigh the importance of saving the deaths of multiple more.
Did you know this before we just tried to do that?
Yes.
Elvern.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's pretty fucked up. And that can't just be me, right? Like, regardless
fucked
of
up.
what I've done, that's kind of fucked up that he knew that. And
That I knew he was dead and I didn't want to tell his father he was dead?
Instead
Yeah.
of just being cold and callous about it. Yeah, I think that's kind of
You
But,
think
like,
that that's
but you have
not
to
being
agree
cold
on
and
that.
callous about it?
just
That's how you
the
tell
man.
him.
What do you do? Give him false hope?
You
For-
guys gonna
for
fight or
what?
what?
No, I look at Mutt and I'm like looking direct, like very imploringly, just being like, "Come on, like, is that how you treat your friend? Like, give him some false hope, and then once you go, maybe slay this dragon."
All I know is that I'm not going to let you, who doesn't even know this man, judge his actions when he did the best with what he thought was with a difficult situation. You, sir, clearly have never spoken to another individual in your entire life, and I would like you to either shut up right now or meet me over there. And he points to a clearing.
To that
Weird.
CVS
I
parking lot.
was talking to Mutt. I guess I thought was talking to somebody who like had some reasonable leadership because that's fucked up.
Okay, roll initiative.
Fuck
Oh my
me, dude.
god.
I'm like stressed out. Like me, Emily, I am stressed out.
That's 13.
Is Mutt like rushing at Elburn, or
You don't know.
I
He's
mean,
he's tall enough. He just sticks a leg out and
Uh,
just knocks me into the
Mutt
face.
gets a 23.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mutt is going to swing at you
okay.
Oh, no.
twice.
Cool.
I thought they were. Okay.
They're standing right next to each other. I mean,
Yeah, I thought they were like further away.
what are you trying to?
Nothing.
I mean,
Nope,
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So he's gonna swing at you twice.
Oh man.
The first one is a 20. The second one is a 17.
They both hit. The second one just barely hits.
Okay, gotcha. And he's only punching you.
I'm going to parry one of them.
Okay.
We have to fight a dragon. Don't waste your.
We
That's
stopped.
like-
right?
In all fairness, the dragon is a week away.
Okay, so yeah, just use all of your kill this guy.
He
So
does
stressed out.
9 points of bludgeoning damage with each hit,
Cool.
and then in his bonus action, he goes into a rage.
I was gonna say real quick. I do in that parry. I did get rid of one of them.
Okay,
So
you
I
used
need
it.
to reduce the damage on the roll of your superiority die +3. So give me a second.
Okay.
So that is 8. So I take 10.
10 total. Yeah, 10 total points of bludgeoning damage as he just like you insult him and he just quicker than you expect just punches you twice in the face. And his bonus action just kind of screams at you, going into a rage. Yeah, that's his turn.
I fully wake up and like with the both punches to the face, and just go. Ah! I get like in his face about it. I'm very excited to fight somebody. Let's see. What am I gonna do? I just go for like a roundhouse kick to this guy's face.
Do it.
He's a Goliath.
Yeah, I know.
How do you?
You're that
He
powerful.
jumps.
That is. That's probably not gonna hit. That's a 9.
9 does not hit though.
Yeah.
You jump up and you kick him in the jaw, and his head just doesn't move.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna try it again. This is very much like Deadpool fighting Colossus in this moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's better. Maybe not. That's 13. Probably not.
13 misses as well. Yeah.
I do the same thing with the other leg.
Yeah, so you just like, and he just takes both hits. It's not that you're not strong enough to do damage, but he just, he's more durable than you expected.
I think there's one more thing I can do. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Because I can move, right?
You can. He'll get an opportunity attack on you.
No, he won't, because I have the feat mobile. When you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether you hit or not. Does that
Gotcha.
count? The rest of the turn? Yeah, I just
yeah.
back up. I back up out of his range to like how is it, his range is 5 feet, right? Technically, when punching.
You would assume.
Yeah, I didn't know what the difference was with Goliath. I don't think they have a
Yeah.
10-foot reach.
No.
Yeah, I just back up 10 feet and just go, all right. And I just kind of like crack my knuckles, like move my jaw a little bit, going like, fuck.
Okay. Cool. Does anybody do anything while this is happening?
I'm just trying to stay within 10 feet of Albert, just in case.
Just saving throws.
Yeah, just in case anything happens, I need to step in.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's just like, this is like MC Hammer shuffling. Like,
I'm right on the side of the battle, pleading for everyone to stop.
okay. It seems like Amber's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start at some point. Just start packing up so that we're ready to go whenever. we're done with this shit.
The twins are ahead of you and are doing the same thing.
Great.
Okay, so it's his turn again. This time he's just going to sprint the full 10 feet at you, and is going to. Let's see here. Mm. Yeah, he's not gonna do that yet. So he's just gonna run forward, and he's just going to he like goes to punch you, and then just swings down to headbutt you. So we'll see what that is. He's going to reckless attack you, so he gets advantage on this. Getting a 23, so he hits.
That's a miss. No.
And then he does 5 plus 3 is 8 plus. A total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage to you, as he like cracks you on the bridge of your nose with his head, and then he's just going to rear back and go for an uppercut with his right hand, getting a 17, which I know just hits.
Yep.
And then another 10 points of bludgeoning damage, as he uppercuts you in the chin. And then, does he have any bonus action moves? With his bonus action, he's just gonna punch you one more time. He just won't be able to do as much damage this time.
That's fair.
Oh, nope, he gets a 15. No, he won't. So he goes to swing at you again, but this time you're able to like kind of dodge out of the way.
He takes that, and I decide to riposte that shit.
Okay.
Because he missed. And so I'm going to expend another superiority die. And I haven't done this one in a minute. I completely forgot how to do it. Yeah, expend one, and I'm gonna just like, he goes, and I just like want to knock him like right in the side, like very Jack Johnson, like
Yeah, for sure.
crack him across.
Stab
So that'll
him.
be. I have to roll for an attack. Duh.
Yeah.
I almost did, and I was like, roll damage. Huh? Ooh. No, I'm trying not to move it. It went under the thing. There we go. So that's a 16.
16 hits.
Nice. And that'll be. It says add the spirited die to the attack rolls damage on hit. Does that include the hit that I just made? I can't remember.
What?
Would it be 2d8 plus 3, or would it be 1d8?
It's just
plus
what you normally roll plus the superiority die.
Okay, great. So that's. I need to roll for the actual damage to add that to it. It's 15 points of damage.
15 halved to 7.
Yeah, because he raging.
He raging. So yeah, he misses with that third attack, and you're able to just like, you dodge out of the way and just kind of backhand him in the jaw, makes him see white for a little bit, kind of smirks on his face, and then he goes back at you again and lets you do something else.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, sorry, that's the end of his turn. That was a riposte.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
your
yeah.
turn now.
I go for another good old unarmed fight, unarmed punch. I read it as I was doing it. I was not rolling the right dice. That's very. I was rolling a d8. I was like, I'll get him. That's a 21.
21 hits.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 half to 3.
I'm gonna direct that directly into his crotch if I can. Since I'm low to the ground.
7 to 3, sure.
And then I'm gonna take my grappling strike on that.
Okay.
And kind of like I hit him, and then I'm gonna like.
So this is your
clamp
third
up.
superiority die.
Yep,
Okay.
I know it.
I was just
and
keeping track for me.
Yep, I clamber up him like a monkey, and to try and grapple him.
Okay.
With superiority die added to my athletics check.
Alrighty, he gets advantage on strength checks. He rolled a natural 20 for a total of 27.
Hilarious. We got this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to call it now that a 12 probably... I'm sorry. 14 probably doesn't do it.
No, it does not. No, you go up and you try to grapple around him, and he just grabs you by your back and just kind of throws you back down to the ground. But you surprise him by able to just kind of land on your feet and get ready for another attack. So you have a bonus action and movement if you want.
It's just people around us, right?
Yeah, I mean everyone's just kind of watching you do this.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of stand up and like throw my hands in the air, like not throw them in the air like frightened, just kind of go. All right.
And he kind of stops. So the mouth will stay shut. And he nods and walks away.
I look back at Atticus, specifically to Atticus, as I like turn around and I just go. Just like walk.
Elbrin, you know how
just-
many times I've punched you to shut you up and it has not worked?
You know what that
What's the
is,
difference
bro?
between me and him?
I like walk past and I'm like, well, you know,
Griv,
I guess they just have a different style of doing helpful things for their party members by lying to them things their sons are lying.
Griv kind of walks up to you and waddles up, and he says, "Oh man, you're lucky with that one. Thank God he didn't go to his were-tiger form." And he just kind of walks away.
Hold on, roll that back. What did you just say?
I said, "Thank God he didn't go into his were-tiger form."
Where, tiger?
Y'all are just about burying the leads with everybody, aren't you?
What?
I feel like we all need to go through a period of growth in these moments of
And-
trying to figure out.
You want some breakfast?
Oh yeah, I'd love some.
That'd be nice. My jaw hurts.
Yeah.
So Mutt's a were-tiger?
And you hear Mutt in the distance. Yeah, what of it?
It's kind of cool.
I know.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have fought if I knew that.
I know.
Oh, you just needed the excuse to punch me in the face?
Yup.
Okay.
Well, this was fun. Ray says out loud.
Man, you grade tips are great. You guys are really good. You guys are cool. I like you guys.
Landing on thick there. Champ.
Can I insight check Atticus as we walk back to the?
I don't think there's a need to.
I don't need to. You know what's going on.
So, can we leave?
Hi, I think that'd be a good thing to do. I'm getting pretty tired of sitting here watching you all just see which dick is bigger. Okay, so if we could please hit the road, I'd very much appreciate that. And
Who are you?
this
Hello.
this is Dakar Sunstride, the male twin. He is what looks to be elven. He has long black hair tied up into a ponytail, long kind of a black overcoat, underneath of which, just to remind you, are two 4-chambered pistols. And he's just kind of looking over, and he says, "All right, so does that sound good to everyone else?"
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
All right, great. Maybe now we can have time to actually mourn the death of our fallen friend rather than fight about it.
As long as we talk about it, that'd be nice.
Albert.
Hey, Elbert.
All right. That's on me. That one's on me. I just melt back into the group.
I want to find an inconspicuous moment to find Mutt and just shake his hand.
You do so, and he kind of looks at you, and he says, "It's not the first time I've had to shut up someone who doesn't know how to talk to somebody else.
Yeah, well, he needed that.
Listen, I can tell he's a good guy, all right? But, man, please teach him how to just,
Oh.
interact with people."
Man, I've
The
been
first
trying.
thing he said was just combative immediately. No,
I
I'm
know.
sorry. No, like, man, this is crazy for y'all. It was just immediately, this is where you are wrong and you fucked up. And
maybe
then,
you don't even know
and
the
then
half of it.
Atticus, who I really thought was super cool, came to his defense. And I think that pissed me off even more because Atticus and I really connected on the grade tips last night.
Yeah.
And wait, what did you want? No, what?
I only came to the fence. I just didn't want magic cast against them. That's all I said.
I know, but in his mind, you
You're
came.
right.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
You and
I don't want you
have
guys
more
to.
in common than you
I don't want you
realize.
guys to just think that I'm gonna start attacking you. It's just I don't like disrespect. It's my biggest pet peeve.
Dude, I understand.
Ugh.
It will be nice to be traveling with someone like you.
You got cool hair.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I can't grow any hair.
Oh. I might. I could maybe.
So are you like
help.
single or?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot going on.
You're just attractive, so, and then nice and
Thank you.
intelligent. So
Well, thank you.
I know I'm a Goliath, but if you ever,
Oh, it's not a race thing.
no, I know. I'm just saying. No, I know it might be, but it might be, just general, like, anatomy wise, could be
Yeah.
dangerous. But if you
It's
want to,
honestly,
God.
it's more just like I'm pretty focused on going to kill this dragon.
I just wanted to put it on the
my
table.
best friend just disappeared.
I understand.
It's
A good friend of mine just died. I understand.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to. I'm a very honest person. You can talk to Pharaoh about that. We connected.
no, I
about last
appreciate
night.
that. Yeah.
And so I put it on the table. Obviously, now the ball's in your court, and of course, nothing will change until that happens. And he just continues to back up with his hands in the air and turns around, and you just hear him like curse under his breath as he walks
Avery
away.
feels a little extra weird about this because she was definitely just checking out the male twin, like right before this.
Hey, that's not your fault.
I
So,
would
yeah.
just like to say that he just harshly judged Elburn for not knowing how to talk to people.
Nobody knows how to talk to people.
All I'm saying. I say
wanna
to the
go up
breakfast.
to Hank,
Yeah,
if I can find him.
yeah.
Hey,
He's like the only person that's like not packing up camp. He's very obviously like
for sure.
he's on the edge of camp where his son was, and he's just kind of like staring off in the direction of the tracks.
I'm really sorry about what happened to Horace.
I think that we're making the right decision, but he's my son,
It's not an easy one. Do you guys have a deity, or are you guys a member of any religion?
That wasn't really our bag.
For sure. Well, I mean, if you don't mind, I just wanted to get your permission if I could maybe say not out loud or anything, just if I could say a prayer for him in his next journey.
I would appreciate that.
Thank you.
And
I'll-
I want to say I appreciate you and your friend being so concerned about my son and wanting to find him.
we wouldn't have left without getting some sort of answer.
If you know what, the thing that makes me the most upset is not losing my son. It's not knowing what he experienced last before he,
Well,
I mean, your friend said it could be
Maybe-
demonic. What if he's in the
Maybe
nine
you
and he just like starts
find
getting
out.
really...
Maybe there's ways to contact them. There's ways that there's ways that you can find peace.
And he just kind of like, his head is down and he's just kind of very quietly sobbing.
I'll just bring him in and just let me know if we could do anything.
If you don't have it already, you get DM inspiration. And
Don't.
I walk up to Mutt and fart in his face.
if you don't have it already, you get DM inspiration.
You may never get inspiration.
That's not true.
That is not
I think I'm
true.
the best person in the
Many
party, actually.
many acute interactions between you and Kelphi have earned DM inspirations.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna reward
You're
the
so
same.
privileged
I'm not
with
gonna
your
reward you
inspiration.
every time you're nice to Kelphi.
That's the only reason she's nice to Kelphi.
turns out Abra as a character only cares about Kelphi because Emily only cares about DM inspiration.
Oh my god.
All right, so the caravan has officially been packed up, and you all continue travel. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to do or try to get accomplished during this day of travel?
I do walk over to Atticus and like hanging back a little bit from the group.
Yeah, and you guys are on your own horses, I think, or did you guys?
I was on. I know I was.
I know you were.
had my
Yeah.
own horse,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have your own. Yeah.
I just. Hey man.
Atticus,
all the way up here.
it's something that you guys always bag on Atticus about. He just kind of doesn't know how to ride horses. He's always got the reins up here.
Like, hey man, we're just doing a gentle clap. I don't know why.
Sorry, sir.
It's just my hands just naturally raise. I don't know.
I kind of like pull him a little bit aside and I go, two things. Thanks for having my back with that. And I like look around and very quietly go, fucking little cock with a hood on. Despite that, I mean, the man was very large. I did climb up onto him for a second, but like I would still.
It was impressive.
Thank you. I mean, you did a dragon the day before. I can't really be like that's comparable. But I still like if you want to train with me, that's cool. Also, my bones hurt. Can you help?
Oh yeah. I'll just I mean is magic okay now? Just kind of start rubbing my hands together.
I do that. I do the thing where I'm like, well, if I don't like look at it, then I don't like feel it, you know, like a needle. So like I'm just gonna look over here.
Close your eyes. Just close your eyes.
Yeah.
And I'll just rub my hands together and I'll just say, think before you talk, and I'll just kind of palm his forehead.
You should have had a V8.
I'll give you what I got 40 now, so I'll give you 20 points of lay on hands.
Cool. That's all I need.
Yeah. You kind of hear a slight like as Elburn's nose pops back into place with that lay on hands.
Just like a bloody nose for the whole ride.
No, it wasn't bloody the whole time, but it definitely was like you had kind of a black eye, you were bruised a little bit, and all that kind of fades away with the lay on hands.
Yeah, we despite what they say, and again talking even lower, but just to Atticus, I'm like, it doesn't it seem a little bizarre that, like, I get being tactful, despite what I guess Mutt Were Tiger said, but wouldn't it have just made more sense to tell him outright? That was
I think so.
He knew that information, and then just like hid that. That seems a little bizarre. I mean, I shouldn't.
Well, I don't trust any of these people.
I mean, I trust Mutt more than I trust that fucking.
Yeah, but now he's a Were Tiger. Like, what are we gonna do with that?
What are we gonna do with it?
Do you guys understand how much baggage we have?
You're not there.
The last thing I say before I like kind of like separate, so it doesn't look like I'm talking mad shit.
Yeah. No one really cares.
I just leave it. Well, I just don't know like where the gray tips are in relation to us.
I mean, they're just like all throughout.
And while I'm gonna try and kick Mutt's ass later, like I don't want him to do it now. Like I don't want to do that. I lean over to Atticus and I just go, if that man does ever cast magic on me again, I do think I'm going to rip his throat out and accept the consequences of that. And I need to say that to somebody to maybe stop me if that happens.
I will stop you if that happens.
Great, because I really want to.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I really wanted Zigga Zigga.
Hey, Rev.
Hey, what's up?
Over there? It was the Zigga Zigga bird.
No, it's me. It's Rev. Hi. What's up?
Oh shit, Rev.
Hey.
You sound like a Zigga Zigga bird.
Hey, by the way, that whole time I was really like cheering for you in the fight. Did you hear me?
I didn't hear you.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's weird. I definitely did.
What? But like, did anybody else? Hey, I shouldn't. Rev, no, you didn't. Don't.
Rev looks at Atticus while Elburn looks at Atticus, and Rev goes,
Yeah, he did. He wasn't cheering you on. I'm sorry, Rev.
Come
"Guess
on,
what
man.
the fuck? You can lie about your dead dad, but you can't play a joke on Elburn."
That's,
And in the distance, you hear me go, "Thank you."
We'll get into it.
This party's
I
always
know,
been
right
we're like,
This party is so like it's so funny because like the other parties that we've had in previous campaigns, I feel like Warren is combative with one another, but I feel like this party is the closest party we've had. You
We're
guys
more
are
like
such
a family.
You're such siblings. Yeah, you're all
Yeah.
like just such siblings with one another. It's so funny.
God.
I just go, come on, man. The black coat's got to have, connection here, man. Come on, you
Alright,
gotta
yeah,
reveal
yeah.
the dark aesthetic.
No, I honestly thought it was pretty stupid.
I mean, on the whole, yeah, because I was right. But like, listen. I got punched for it, so like whatever.
Exactly.
But, like,
That's why I didn't say. That's why I tried
I
to
can
make
still-
you think I was cheering for you.
Even when you're
Anyway,
right,
I'm really
Elder,
sleepy.
you're
I'm gonna go
wrong.
sleep in the back of this wagon.
You are.
Are you okay, Rev?
Yeah, fine.
Do you have COVID? Can you taste anything?
Do you have mono?
For making out with Elliot.
Oh my god.
No, Rev.
Around.
Rev does. In all actuality, Rev talks to you for a bit and then kind of goes back away. It seems to be that he's just like talking to Elliot a lot and seems to be doing a lot of like self-reflection. It was obviously a very big change that happened with him within the past 48 hours. So he's just kind of like dealing with that. For the sake of brevity,
I wanted.
oh, go ahead.
real
Sorry.
quick,
No. Please go ahead.
I want. Is Taz in like a
Taz.
in a carriage? You said.
Taz is in one of the carriages. Yes.
Can
He's-
I just get behind whatever carriage that is within 60 feet and cast Divine Sense?
Yes, for sure. So he's in the middle carriage, and so you just kind of go to the back wagon, and it's like just kind of looks like you're traveling with that back wagon, and you just kind of like pulsate out your energy as you normally do with. Hey, this is not what should be happening. Sorry. And you just kind of like send out your energy. And you don't get any pings of anything that you would want to be aware of.
Okay.
How far are we at this point, but from where we started? Have we gone very far?
From Duskull or from the first day?
No, from
Like from the morning.
from the morning, from like after that fight.
It depends on what time of day you're asking me this question.
Like how far away, I guess, how much time left do we have on the trek to the Gray Tip?
Oh gosh, are you like probably around 5-ish days?
5-ish days, okay.
Yeah.
So this would be day 2 then.
This is day 2. Yeah.
Cool.
You're coming up on the end of day 2.
Beautiful.
Is there anything else that anyone wanted to do before you guys set up for camp?
I
No?
leave. Before we left, I left a letter at the campsite.
Yes. Yep.
I'll probably just leave one at each of our campsites.
Okay. Yep. You guys all, just once again for the sake of brevity, is there anything that anybody tries to do or wants to take care of at night before you guys go to sleep? You guys just kind of like peel off. Oh, there's some stuff. Okay, for sure.
Just
All right. Well,
one-
then let's take a little break. I didn't know if we could take a bio break in the morning or right here. So you guys have pulled off the trail yet again. You go about 300 yards into the forest. Set up the little makeshift caravan after finding a clearing big enough. Get the fire going, and that's when we'll pick back up. So we'll take a little bio break. Go ahead and get some fluids, get some hydrating done, get some stretching done, and we will be right back. We'll be right back. Bye. Hello. Welcome back from break. I hope that you hydrated and stretched. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right back into it. Our party has set up camp, for the second night in a row after leaving Duskull. And the night is yours.
I go up to Atticus and I'm like, hey, if you want to like do some practicing now, we can do that if you're feeling. I know we just rode all day and your arms must be really sore.
Yeah, maybe in the morning get the blood flowing. But yeah, my collarbones are kind of out of socket. I don't know.
Yeah, I just
what
thought.
to do,
I didn't really teach when I was, and I leaned really close when I was, the archmage. I didn't like teach anybody my shit because selfish and narcissistic, whatever.
Right.
But like, cool. I just didn't know how to do that. Didn't know if you wanted to do it now. But I'm just gonna go sleep. My bad. My bad.
Why don't we just make it like a morning routine? Me and you will wake up early and start to go through the motions.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, we'll go through basics, and hopefully I won't get into fights in the morning. I guess I don't.
I, you're gonna.
I just do this. I go, and then I just turn and get ready for bed.
Yep.
I want to pull Ray aside, maybe while they're talking, so that it's a little less obvious.
I was gonna pull you aside.
Ooh.
How exciting!
Arrow, don't.
So we meet each other in the middle.
Pull me
Yeah.
aside.
Hi,
Hey, I
hey.
was looking for you.
I was looking for you.
Well,
What's
you want
up?
to take a walk?
Sure. Yeah. Suddenly now I feel like I'm in trouble or something.
No, not like that. Just like
Oh, okay, cool.
so that
cool.
it's not weird that we're just like talking.
Yeah. Let's. Here we go. Haha.
You can go first. Go for it.
No, you do.
Okay. So, look, you're part of this group now as much as anybody else, and it's nice to have you here. And I think we told you about like the orb that we all saw in the attack that killed Ben.
Yeah, you like touched on it.
Yeah. So
it
none of
felt
us
weird
really
to
know.
ask about it.
We don't really know what's going on there, but I had a dream a couple nights ago, where I saw it again, and it told me to keep everyone together and make sure that I somehow keep this party together. And I've always tried to do that. Obviously, the stuff with Kelphi is its own thing, but I don't know. You and Elburn seem to be close, and I mean, you see what I'm saying, right? He's kind of my biggest. I do my best to keep the whole group together, but Elburn can be a little confrontational, and we're not going to be able to stay together as a group if people can't trust us as a group. So I don't know. I guess I'm just asking for your help, maybe, because I feel like us staying together is bigger than any of us, and I'm really worried about Kelphi, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time focusing on that right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can try, I guess. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all just people, and people want to do what they want to do, but I guess I can.
Elburn and I have not the best history, and we haven't always gotten along, and so I just think somebody who seems to be on his good side reminding him of the bigger picture every now and then could be really useful.
Do people think we're dating? What even really is that?
I don't really know. I don't really know what dating is. I think that you guys seem to like each other.
I mean, he's kind of annoying, but I mean,
I don't get it, but that's what seems to be happening from my perspective.
I don't think I really get it either.
That's okay.
To be honest, but I mean, yeah, I can help with that, I guess.
Thank you.
That's really weird that you were gonna tell me about your dream, because I wanted to tell you about a dream I had.
Oh.
And I don't know if it really means anything, or if it just kind of was something that, you know, it was just on my mind because of like what we have all been going through. But I had a dream before we left Duskull, and I think I might have seen Kelphi when I was a kid, or when I was like younger, I guess, than I am now.
Where? When?
I think it was when her mom left her, like in the forest.
Like you saw that? You saw it happen?
Um, yes. Yes.
Okay. Did you tell? Does Kelphi know?
I mean, we never really got to talk about it, because, you know, the dragon attacked, and then,
Yeah, it's a lot
you
going on.
know, all this here. And I don't really know, like, what it means, and like I've had a dream kind of like that before, but like it never really was so clear that it was like Kelphi. Um, and I don't know, it's just like weird that she's not here and I can't tell her because I like do want to talk to her about it, but
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, I can tell you that Kelphi didn't even fully remember what happened that day with her and her mom until recently. Um, so if you feel bad, don't feel bad. Um, but I do think that when she gets back, we should tell her.
I don't know what it will change.
I think that sometimes she feels a little bit guilty about leaving her mom, and her mom is not
She's not good.
deserving of her. And you know, I think it would give her some comfort to know that she wasn't in the wrong, for sure, if you did see it happen.
Okay.
Maybe not. I mean, it's up to you, but
I mean, I
maybe
want
not
to
right
tell
away.
her. I want to tell her about it.
Yeah,
But
I'll help you if you want. I mean, she's gone. I think it's reasonable that you would have come to me about this first, so I'm happy to
yeah.
help.
I'll just feel really bad if like I know she'll be okay, but I'll feel really bad if something happens to her and I didn't tell her.
I understand.
Oof. Having a lot of feelings.
Me too.
Also, this might be something for another day, but like, you guys all found each other in this like really epic way.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And none of us can really comprehend. And I think maybe you just like ask Elburn what his like thoughts are on that, because none of us have talked about it enough. And to me, that has to be the big picture here. And we can't, even when we know that we're right in an argument, we can't act like this if we want to figure out what this bigger picture is.
Okay.
I think I'm going to talk to Atticus about it too. I used to think that he was pretty on my side about Elburn, but I'm not so sure these days.
Yeah, they're kind of a little too buddy.
Yeah, like what happened there? Are they?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But cool though, I guess. Like,
yeah, you should probably know that.
I mean, whatever.
Okay. Anyway, we should get back, but you can talk to me anytime.
And
And,
I'll
like,
head back.
Gidget kind of comes out and like gives you a little. Nod
Oh,
too, and then hides again.
I love him. And I
He'll
try
come
to
to
like,
you. If you reach out,
Yeah.
he would come to you.
I will do. I'll reach out and see if I can get Gidget to like hang out with me for a little bit.
He would.
Is he what? Remind me, and I'll say
He's
this
a mouse.
too.
He's a
Is
big
he like
mouse.
Is he like a real mouse or is he like a magic mouse?
He's a familiar.
I don't.
So he's like a little ethereal. Is that right, Zach?
Yeah.
But like, is he like if I tried to like talk to him, would he be an animal?
He's an animal.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast the spell Speak with Animals.
Okay. Okay,
It's
yeah.
been so long since Gidget has spoken.
Yeah, he
I kind
completely-
of don't actually like this is like out of game. I as Ray don't actually know that I'm casting the spell. It's like Harry Potter and the Snake.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, little guy.
So yeah, you reach down and you're looking at him, and you say that to him, and you just kind of say that to him, just to say that to him. Like you're just like you
Yeah.
like you talk to Tiny, like you talk to any animal,
Yeah.
you know, just like, hey buddy, and then he looks at you, hi, and it kind
Oh,
of like
geez.
takes you back for a second because you definitely don't expect him to talk to you. Hi.
And I look at Avra, and then I
You
look
can-
back at him.
You can talk to him? That's so cool.
Can you talk to him?
Yeah. I mean, in a way, yeah.
Whoa.
So I would be, because I have this connection with him, I would be hearing everything he says too, right?
Yes, but not in. You don't hear it. You know it.
I just know it.
So is it
Yes.
like I'm talking to Avra, kind of like?
kind of like you're talking to her subconscious?
Yeah, and it'd be like, you're cute. Like
Thanks.
you've been around this whole time,
I am.
and you probably like seen some shit.
I have everything you have.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen?
A dragon melt.
I don't think I was there for that.
Yep.
That was cool. That was weird.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
cool,
And then you guys
okay.
kept eating it.
Well, I mean,
You tried
know.
it too, Gidget. Come on.
Hey, it's still
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, you're cool. And I look at Avra and I'm like, okay. Here. I've never done that before, so that was fun.
Well, you know,
Um,
he misses Kelphi too, so if he probably would be up for a friend if you ever want to hang. Just let me know.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna go to the fire now.
Okay, yeah, I'll come with you.
Okay.
Sitting at the fire, as always, is Mutt, who occasionally glances over at Elburn with a slight snort. The twins are there as well, chatting with one another. Hank is there for a moment before he grabs his spear and goes on watch. And Griv is sitting there, but Taz, Ash, and Nisa are with Hank currently on guard.
I to myself decide, like, as it looks like I'm getting ready to go to bed, I'm gonna like watch the watch.
Watch the watch.
Because they're Hank and those other two, they're like patrolling, right? Is that what you just said?
No, they the 4 people who are posted, they're posted at the cardinal directions, 80 to 100 yards out of camp, just at one spot.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of watch around that, like without being like creepy, but just
Yeah.
like.
So you're gonna be,
watching them.
so you're gonna, because you can't really see them from inside because of the circle that the 3 wagons are creating. So you're gonna walk outside of the wagons.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
yeah.
like I'm gonna take like I'm leaving, like I'm taking a piss, but I'm just gonna like
Totally, yeah.
watch them. to
Yeah. What are you
kind of,
looking?
like,
What are you looking for?
some fucking creature shows up and kidnaps one of them.
Yeah, in the immediate time, how long do you do this?
I'm gonna keep this up as for at least like a decent portion into the night.
Okay. Cool.
If I saw him doing this, I was going to say anyway to everyone. I think one of us should also keep watch. I think we should take some watches ourselves tonight as well. I kind of can't though, because I can't leave.
Right. Yeah.
Can't leave the bubble.
You about got so mad at her. I saw that, Atticus. You about got so mad at her.
I was like, what do you have to do that's more important? I was like, oh, yeah.
I can take a
Shelter
watch.
everyone.
That was
was
Rev.
just
Who,
so funny.
that was Rev who said that.
That was so funny. It's just like a.
I saw the anger. I was like, because I just can't. I literally.
I could
You
hear-
guys totally should.
I'll
Go way out
help.
in the cold.
I'll help for Avra's. I'll like be Avra's like proxy.
Yeah, I'm really
for-
good at
for watch.
perceiving things, as you guys all know. So
Perceiving.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, and I'll say this to Mutt too. Like, I don't think anybody should be on watch by themselves. We just have a little bit of a buddy system.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Dakar.
Huh.
And he kind of looks up. Hi. He says, "Will you go take watch with Hank?" And Dakar kind of stands up. All right, if someone's gonna have to watch after the old man. Might as well be me. And he walks away from the fire, heading in Hank's direction. And he looks over at Deva, and he says, "Deva, will you go with Nessa?" And Deva just stands up, doesn't say anything, walks there. And then he kind of looks over at Griv and says, "Griv, you can stay here." And he stands up. "I'll go take watch with Ash, or Taz." And he goes and walks away.
Anything you want us to do, Mutt?
Whatever you want.
Cool.
whatever we want.
You're
I
our
get behind.
guests.
I get behind Mutt and I go. And run away. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you sure are kidding. For sure.
Before I
farted.
go to before I go to sleep, I'm gonna cast 2 sending spells.
Okay.
First one to Kelphi.
Okay.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
say.
gonna run it by me first?
No.
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
Kelphi.
Kelphi!
It's Pharaoh. You won't believe what Elburn did today. Hope you're safe. Just thinking about you. We're all wishing you were here with us.
Wishing you were here with.
With what?
Okay.
You hear a response, but it's strange because the voice doesn't sound. It is Kelphi for sure. It's 100% Kelphi. But it doesn't sound exactly like you remember Kelphi sounding like. And she says, "Thanks, Pharaoh. That's very nice of
No.
you. I'm having a great time with Sam. Hope you guys are okay. Keep Elburn calm. See you soon."
Can I insight check that?
Sure, yeah, roll an insight check.
All right. My first roll of the session. 22.
Oh yeah, easily with a 22. She sounds older.
All right. What to do with this information? But like not in trouble?
No, she
necessarily?
doesn't sound in trouble. No.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Abra.
We have a situation.
Yeah. Abra.
Kelphi's older than all of us.
I just talked to to Kelphi, and I sent her a message, and she seems good. Everything's fine, but she seems older. Is that bad or?
She seems older.
Yeah, it's just like the tone of her voice, a little bit more mature sounding, maybe.
I
It's
will
definitely
say
her.
with a 22, she doesn't sound like, she doesn't even sound like adult. She just sounds not 12.
Can I make like, I don't know what you would want me to do, like an arcana or history or something to see if I would know if time works differently in the Feywild?
You don't need to. Kelphi told you that it felt like hours.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw up.
Okay.
That-
I just thought I would let you know. I don't. We obviously can't like get her or anything, but
Yeah. I mean, she did tell me that it felt like she was there for a lot longer than time had passed here.
yeah, 'cause before she was only there for like a little bit of time, but it's been many hours now.
Oh, poor Angie.
this is I don't know why this is so funny. I just imagine like JMO coming back and having to be like, I'm 80 years old.
Hello, children.
Time doesn't move that fast.
I know, but it's hilarious.
Actually, time doesn't necessarily move in a linear way in the Feywild. She could come back younger than she is.
Very Jeremy Bearimy in the Feywild.
Are you do you have any more? Are you able to talk to her again?
Yeah, I have 2 more sending spells,
Yeah?
which I could use on her. I was gonna set up some candles later for another spell for another person, but
Yeah, I mean, only use it if you want to, you know.
yeah,
I understand if you want to save it for Drigo or whatever.
Well, yeah, I don't know who it is, but
Okay. Maybe just, I don't know. Tell her that. See, I don't know.
you think she knows? She probably knows. I don't know.
Do you think she does?
She's the one that told you.
Yeah, but I don't know if she would connect that she was like aging.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, I think
she's
maybe
not an
it's
idiot.
best. Yeah, you're right.
I think
think
she's
maybe
gonna
it's
notice if
best-
she's like, yeah.
I think maybe it's best to just leave it.
All right, I'll leave it.
Because for her, the time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's not like she's rapidly aging.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really for her to notice.
Oh,
For her,
yeah.
the time has passed.
She's gonna come back with like bad knees. Or, like, a
Yeah,
bad back or
guys,
something.
I said she was 12. She sounds like she's like 13 and a half
My
now.
knee hurts. It must be about to rain.
Come back a
I'm
skeleton.
nearly 30 and my body cracks like I'm 70. So
That's
like,
yeah.
All right, and then I'll cast 1 more sending spell to Drigo.
Okay.
How's my Captain Boo Bear doing?
Dude, Jesus.
I had a dream about you. We were having a picnic. I miss you so much.
Three more. No, you said 2 more.
Love you.
You hear what starts with a slight chuckle, and then you hear hot sweet buns. It's so good to hear from you. I'm fine. Healing up nicely. Picnic sounds amazing. Hope you're okay. Love you.
Love when he calls me hot sweet buns. All right, I'm done.
wait, did you finish or are you done?
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Boo! Boo!
Thank you.
He was wearing a Donald Trump shirt earlier. Disclaimer, it said is weird.
You.
And the rest of you, are you just fine? Anybody else want to do anything other than just like you're taking watch?
I wanted to, once everybody was back in the bubble, kind of call like a team meeting, just to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, everybody who is a gray tip has now left to guard the perimeter.
I'm still out there. I didn't come back. Like I'm like for until like late. Like I was staying out.
I would grab you then. If you're just
Team
still
meeting
out there,
without
we're all
Elburn,
just.
all in favor?
No, we can't have a team meeting because part of it is about Elburn. But
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I come back after like I make like several trips around everybody and
Yeah, I
might
mean,
go back out.
you see everybody keeping watch. I mean, if you're being stealthy, they don't really notice you. But if you aren't, they just like look at you as you pass. And
I'm not being. I'm like keeping my distance, but I'm certainly not being.
yeah,
like,
occasionally you'll just like get looks, but everybody's like paired up, so they're just kind of like talking to one another and just like watching in their direction that they're watching, and you don't really notice anything of note. But Atticus comes and grabs you, and you guys are all in the center of camp, out of earshot of everyone else. Rev looks at all of you and says, "I just want to let you guys know preemptively, whatever you say, I agree with."
great.
Are you that tired?
It's been a rough few days. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just I'm under the weather.
That's fair. I feel this
Feeling
forehead.
not yourself today.
You feel his forehead, and you feel a pair of legs, as then Elliot appears, and he was sitting on Rev's head. Hey, sorry about that.
Are we gonna be cool? Like, is everybody? Are you sick? Are you just?
I don't know. He's just feeling a little under the weather. I don't know.
I mean, I was asking him, but like, I mean.
I don't know. I'm just
Thank you.
feeling a little under the weather.
Oh, okay. You said the same thing. You want? Yeah. Go ahead and if you want to take a nap.
I'm not taking a nap. I'm just.
Oh,
I
no,
wanted
he
to let you
needs to
guys
be
know.
here.
Yeah, I want to
okay.
be a part of the conversation. I just wanted to
Okay,
preemptively let you guys know. If I don't say anything, it's because I'm agreeing.
Cool.
We're going to fight a dragon, a big red dragon. I just want us to all be on the same page. I don't want anything left unsaid. Just want us to kind of refocus as a group together. There's been some tension, I feel.
There hasn't there?
Yeah, there's been some tension.
Me
Listen,
just-
I just go ahead. Go ahead,
No.
Pharaoh. Please, you have the floor.
No. I don't want to take. I just want to say that I love you all a lot.
Thank you, Pharaoh.
Yep. Back to you.
With the headset on, it just seemed like you're like a weather. Back to you.
Back to Atticus with the important announcement.
Well, and this mostly goes out to you, Ray. Everybody. I know that I lied to you all about my dad. And maybe I don't know if I did it because I wanted it to be true, or if I didn't know how to process what the betrayal of everything I thought my dad was. So I did lie to everybody. And I just want to say I'm sorry. And I promise, and I'll kind of hold up the family ring that I have. I promise on the Varcona name, for whatever it's worth, that I will never lie to anybody in this group again.
Thank you,
I believe it.
Atticus.
You don't have to apologize because, I think lying is in humanoids' natures. I mean, we all lie, and it's part of, growing up and accepting who you are. So,
For a second, I thought you were gonna be racist, but that was nice.
I didn't
Um,
get that.
Points.
He's a humanoid.
I know. It took me a second. I was like, for a second.
I'm not a human.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we're all together because I kind of wanted to just remind us. I know we haven't talked about it a lot, but the way that we came together was wild and important. And I think it can be easy for us to lose track of why we're doing this and that it's bigger than ourselves. And I just want to make sure we're all doing what we need to do to stay on the right track for what we need to accomplish.
Is this
And I
about this
say
morning?
a lot of this looking at Elbert.
I realized that and I go, is this about this morning? Because I didn't pick the fight. Like,
Elbert, it
Elbert.
doesn't matter who picks the
Elbert.
fight. We are people. Listen to me, Elbert. You're so much older than all of us. You should understand this. We
Sorry
are
about that.
now in a position of power, and we can't just pick fights to prove that we're right.
Here's the thing. It didn't start as a pick the fight. I
I don't care how it started, Elburn. I care how it ended.
I'm sorry. If anybody was in the whole situation, I cared for that man's son. Somebody got sensitive about their appearance because they decided not to care for somebody's son.
They didn't just get sensitive about it.
It didn't. Yeah,
Out of
you were.
nowhere, Albert.
And
No,
for
They
Elvin,
got
you're
sensitive about it because they decided to cast magic on me after what 0 seconds.
Elburn, you really
something.
do think that you're the shit, don't you?
It's not even about the shit.
But you do, right?
No, as
You think that you're the shit, right?
No, Elliot, don't.
I mean, it's really clear. It's really clear.
I don't. I spent the last 1,000 years.
You're
hating
not
myself.
able to take any kind of criticism ever.
I think that I don't want to speak for you, Albert. I feel like maybe you feel so low about yourself and that you still hate yourself, and that's what you don't think you're great. It's the opposite.
I mean,
And I'm here to tell you you are great.
I appreciate that, but like I remember where I was a few months ago, where I was going out and picking fights, starting these fights, right? I was starting those things, and then this morning, straight up after I got a little testy because it was the first thing I dealt with in the morning.
Testy, I think, was a poor choice of words.
Yeah, whatever. But like, oh shit!
He didn't get it at first.
I fully didn't realize.
That's so good. That was really good.
When Elvin realizes that, he just kind of goes.
You're muted, Angie, if you're trying to say something.
The
Thank you. I wondered why I was not like causing any effect on anyone. Throughout this whole thing, I want to just like look at Abra and be like, oh, this is what you're talking about, isn't it? And then like put my hand, like take Elburn's hand while he's like gesticulating wildly.
I grab it and continue to talk, but like it's like not like a it's just like I like grab it and like continue speaking.
Yeah.
And I pull it down and I say, Elburn,
What's up?
do you ever think that maybe the man who
I'm
you
sorry
called
for
a
speaking up, by the way.
What?
Elliot,
You just did it again.
Not
if
now,
you're
man.
sorry.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
I'm
Do
sorry.
you ever think that
I
the
just
man-
wanted to apologize because I felt
kick him
bad
out
for
of the bubble? Could you kick him out of the bubble?
Rev.
Yeah, Elliot's not allowed in the bubble.
Rev snaps his fingers and Elliot disappears. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's not like Gidget. I can't control what he says.
I took a piece of jerky and I was just like,
Just waiting. Sorry, Angie. I know that I did that to you too, but I had to do it for the bit.
no, that's okay. That is important. Do you ever think, Elburn, that maybe the guy who you called a penis had the same reaction as how it feels when magic is cast on you?
Those are wildly two different things.
But it's still an emotional reaction to something that you don't want.
Okay. That would be the same reaction of me, again, before I had met you or everybody else. The equivalent of picking fight, like going to punch someone in the face because they don't care for. Like if I was like, I don't care about this fucking guy's son, and had that information already, and knew that this guy was dead, and that we were wasting our time, like it seems more telling on him than it does on me. As
But
you know, I'm
Elburn-
perfectly
Elburn.
willing
But
to
I
say
think
that when I'm
what's
in the wrong,
happening-
and I hold up my burnt and scarred hands. I go, clearly I paid the price for that. And the fact that I'm 1,000 years old says something
Yeah.
about how I react.
But I
did
think
not start
maybe-
that fight.
But I think maybe calling someone a penis head makes them feel bad.
I didn't call him a penis head. I just said he looked like a little penis.
Yeah, maybe that makes them
That's-
feel bad.
arguably worse.
Tell Elburn if you have too much empathy or no empathy at all.
Yeah, I think you were, in a lot of ways, you were right today, Elburn. But the problem is that you're also simultaneously deeply wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
and Elburn, just how much does that matter when we know that there's the highest level magic user I've ever seen after us maybe a giant scorpion from another dimension. Kelphi's in the Feywild. We need to kill several dragons, including re-killing another one. So how much does your fight matter now?
A lot. I didn't want to die before I got there.
But you went through with the fight. You have the power to walk away.
No, I didn't. Do you think that Goliath would have stopped me? Do you think if I turned my back on him, he wouldn't have just tried to deck me in the back?
Well, you had the
don't
power
know
to
because
walk
you didn't
away.
try.
You had the power to walk away way before it got to that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Did I? We're all traveling together. And somebody
you did.
wants to just
You did,
blow off
yeah.
somebody's son here.
Elburn,
That's
you
not-
might have paid a
That's reverse
physical
words.
price.
You don't know.
You might
You
have paid
don't.
a physical price for what you did, but you've shown me that you've grown as a person 0.
Rev says.
Maybe
Rev
like
says.
a-
Rev says.
Maybe
You don't
3.
know what they were going through, Elburn. You don't necessarily know why his reaction was that way. You just immediately decided to deem it the wrong thing, and you decided to humiliate him publicly because of that. You gave him no chance to explain what was happening. Pharaoh, correct me if I'm wrong. When you send that spell, you don't know that the person is dead. You just know that the spell failed, correct?
Yes, correct.
And then he looks back at Elburn. Maybe the same thing happened to him, and he was pretty sure that his son was dead, but he wasn't 100% sure. And so why would he 100% sure tell his father that his son was dead if he wasn't 100% sure? And even if you think that that is the way he should have gone about it, that doesn't mean that he has to think that that's the way to go about it. You can disagree about stuff, but then when you immediately make it a war, and then you don't back down when someone twice your size comes at you, you have now increased the problem. You have. You have made the problem. No one else. You.
Elburn, you and I disagree all the time, and we don't fight each other anymore.
Have I ever thrown a punch at you?
Didn't you throw
I
a
don't
drink at her?
See, but
a
that's
while
what I'm
ago?
saying is
Yeah,
like,
but
why
that was-
can you like have that same self-control with other people as well?
I
That's all that it is.
feel like I did.
How? How did
And
you
you're wrong.
exercise self-control at all?
I did not do anything threatening until I didn't attack first.
You verbally did.
Yeah.
I think that's vastly different than casting.
No, the
magic
pen is
on-
mightier than the sword, my friend.
Hey.
They also don't know that magic makes you mad.
Yeah, and I still didn't attack back after I got free.
Well,
And if that's not growth, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That is
I
some
gross.
ways.
easily
That-
just broken that man's spine for that.
All right. Well,
couldn't
I
have,
appreciate the reaching of this meeting, Atticus and Avra, but I'm not gonna sit here and debate with a man who's not gonna change his mind. So I'm gonna go
There
to bed.
I'm
Other
gonna go to
things
bed,
that I
too.
wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay.
Elburn dreaming
Oh.
or Elburn scrying on Pildor, and we haven't addressed that at all.
We do need to talk about that.
Yep.
Okay,
can't
I'll
believe you
stay
were
up
able-
for that.
Elburn, I honestly can't believe you were able to pick such a petty fight this morning when that was on your mind.
Well, it
Maybe that's
wasn't.
why.
Kelphi disappearing, maybe being kidnapped, was more on.
Hey,
my
I'll
mind.
stand up for Elburn here. That fight wasn't a petty fight. Elburn might have gone about it the wrong way, but he did it because he cared about the man's son. I still think you did it wrong. Shut up.
Elburn, if you ever feel like you need to blow off some steam and fight,
Ian's gonna be so mad at me. I have no idea what to do with Rev.
if you feel like you need to blow off some steam and fight, like me and you can spar a little bit. You can get out some of your anger.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Elburn, I grabbed Elburn's hands. Just let me love
Ray,
you.
I still have Ray's hand.
I
by
know.
the
So
way.
it's now Pharaoh.
I just put my hands over Ray. Elburn, we all love you. Just let us love you and feel that love. I close my eyes.
Kumbaya.
No. I like am trying
Thank
desperately
you.
to like
Let Elliot back in the bubble.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He has powers over me that it's surprising.
Like, I know that. I also just like.
So you scryed on Pildor.
Yeah, dude.
What did you
You
see?
didn't tell us about it. Didn't tell us you were gonna do it.
Yeah. I
Also, how
know
can you
that.
cast spells?
Also, magic?
Just
It's a lot of questions. Let him answer.
I reach around my.
You
I
what?
let go of Kara's hand. I reach around.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hey,
Sorry.
I finish.
Oh god, there
Sorry,
is a
I'm
mature.
so sorry.
There's a mature warning on the Twitch.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry. I immediately regretted that.
Oh, hey, man! I reach down into my shirt and I pull out. A medallion, and it has the symbol of Mistra on it, but it looks like different than the one that I used to have on me that you guys had seen. And I go, after, the dragon attack and the first one that we showed up for and all that, I went off to the side and I was just I was in a water closet there, and I looked in the mirror and I asked Mistra for help, which was something I hadn't done since, they were all kind of mad at me up in the, I don't know which plane that is. Obviously, I'm not well versed on planes since whatever. And this appeared, I wanted something to spy on Pildor, and I got this, and I was, kind of confused on how to use it, and I was apprehensive that I had it. And then I wondered if there was an issue with Kelphi, and I can scry with this once a day, and I did. And I looked.
Pildor?
I looked for him. He's somewhere cold. I don't know if he's around here. But he was looking for something. He was getting frustrated, and then he figured something out. He could see me at the end of it. He did a little, like that thing that I used to do this when I was younger too. I would turn and be like, "Oh, I see you," and it would scare the shit out of everybody. So it just makes me mad. But
Does he know where we are?
I don't know if he knows where we are. You can't really, from what I remember, you can't see where we are. I think you can just see, if you're that powerful, you can see who it is. But I don't.
Well, he's scryed on us, so I'm sure he's
he might
watching this conversation right now. But
yeah, we haven't. Well, he can't watch it in the bubble, can he, Avra?
yeah, I'm sure. I'm not
think
gonna
he
put
can.
anything past him.
That's true. There was some shit that I could do that was nuts. I'm glad I burned that book for the record. Yeah, but he was looking for something somewhere further south. So somewhere cold. I don't know if there's necessarily a place that's colder than this. It's kind of breezy, but
Are we south? Well, we don't even know where he is. But
Make
we could be south of
a
him.
history check, both of you.
History. No. 10.
16.
Nothing really comes to mind for you, Atticus. Let me just pull up the map so I know I'm saying the right thing. Yes, there is. There are parts of the continent of Ara that you are on that is further south. But if you know anything about the world of Erubrion, someone who's been around 1,000 years would. If you're thinking about south and you're thinking about cold, you're probably thinking about the cold slab.
More than likely it was the cold slab. It's like an island that's like a cold slab of ice. It's inhospitable, really. I've never been.
Atticus,
That's where we.
make a insight check.
I don't think I'm lying.
You're not. You're not. This is about
I
you.
don't think I'm
Like,
wrong.
13.
13.
Yep.
It wasn't too hard to put together. When he says the cold slab, you do know what the cold slab is. You might not know anything about it, but you know it. There was a white dragon that flew over you guys at the Devis ruins and was heading south. None of the major cities have reported a white dragon attack. After the blue dragon was released, he headed to the southwest of where he was. in the continent of Ara.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
thought
And
that, I thought
and
we, yeah.
sorry,
thought
I
we already thought that
apologize.
The,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
going to the Colts lab.
Yeah, and to remind Elburn, just because it's been a week, or it's been longer than that. Wait, no, it's just been a week. Was it last session?
It's been a week.
that
Was it
one
last
that I
session that you
tried?
spied?
Yeah, it was last session.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been a week. And just to remind you, he said, "That's where it is. That's where they're heading."
Yes. So that's
So he seemed to be actually not talking about you. He seemed to be talking about the dragons.
it seems he wasn't really focused on us until I like looked at him.
So maybe Pildor didn't have anything to do with these dragons. Didn't we kind of have him as a suspect?
I mean, yeah. If he's not involved, he's gonna try and make himself involved because that's what I would
Sure.
do. So like, that's the thing. And I just real quick want to pause and say thank you for holding my hand. This is very nice. And I just look right at Ray.
I like instantly look at everybody else, and I'm like, in my head, I don't say it out loud, but in my head, I'm like, is this dating?
Is this dating?
I'm like also holding your hands there.
Man, I've asked that
Yeah.
question before.
I already pulled my hand out of one of yours. So you just got there's 3 hands here.
Ouch.
My hand's free.
I keep trying to grab at it.
The rat
Yeah.
king of hand holding.
But that's what I'm guessing he's gonna try and meet up with them or something. But that's why I can scry, and I can only do it once a day, and it's not a thing. I was weird about it, and
I
then
appreciate you being honest and maybe be more forthright with this information. If you find anything else about Pildor, feel free to scry on him. I don't really care. I'm just assuming he's watching us at all times. Why not keep an eye on him? But just share with us the information.
yeah, I mean, I was going to share that last night, but then a Fae kidnapped Kelphi.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
That is fair.
I have something to say to the group.
I don't really care about you keeping that until now thing, by the way. Sorry. Go ahead, Fair.
This is a place of honesty, and there's something that I've been keeping from you all.
Oh my
And I
god.
need to get it off my chest.
Wait, Matt, are you sure you want to tell them?
I don't think that my wafers taste that good.
Ray literally just laughs. Like that.
They're not bad.
No,
They're
have-
very
they're not good.
nourishing.
Okay, thank you. They could be better, and I'm just kind of self-conscious about it, and I want people to like them a lot.
Hey, Pharaoh, I will say, like, I've never had something that was more bang for your buck.
That's true.
That's true.
no, don't like
I'm so glad I got it off my chest, and you guys are being so gracious about it. I'm so happy now.
Pharaoh. Have you like what?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to use the word like privileged, but like that's a like there's nothing else on your mind. Like we've all got some shit.
You got any skeletons in there? Any
My-
skeletons in those closets?
Well, you know, I got this big scar over my face because I was injured in battle, and then I lost my deity, and I'm a cleric without a deity, so that's kind of weighing on me.
That's kind of big. That's kind of big.
Yeah, that's big.
But other than that, I've been completely honest.
How'd you get that scar?
Well, I was a field medic in the a war and got attacked.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
that follow you in war, like way back in the
yeah.
Did you get the guy who did it?
Edith Sea War, yeah.
No, didn't get him.
Oh.
And I was like, maybe this isn't for me. This whole.
I'm
like,
reading
war
about the Edith Sea War, and I'll hold up the book
Oh.
that Avra is
Oh,
reading
I'm glad you're
about.
still reading that.
Yeah, I'm
Do
still
they-
reading it. Almost getting there.
Thing. Did they
Oh,
mention
who-
me in there?
Do you have the guy? Do you know the guy's name? Maybe he knows who he is.
Yeah, I definitely do.
You found out the guy's name who fucked up your face?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know, he was like some
He introduced
general
himself
for
before he did it.
Stagham. Yeah, yeah. he's
Hello,
like,
and
he's
Atticus,
definitely
Atticus, when he says he was a general for Stagham, you know that the general for the Stagham army at that time was Raymond the Invincible.
Raymond. Oh yeah, yeah, I read about that guy. Badass.
He did, and man, that paint definitely, because this book was from Stagham. So that book paints him as like a fucking like war hero. Like
You guys are kind of like the villains in this book.
Who wrote the book?
Yeah.
That guy. We're great. No, I don't know. Somebody from Stackham.
Well, that's fucking why.
you look at the book and it
Oh, yeah, I
says
know, it's
you
biased.
look at the book and it says Tony Tonison.
Tony,
City.
what the fuck?
The Tony Tonison?
I mean, it's not that common of a name. Could it be? Could it be maybe his dad or something? Maybe he's Tony Tonison the second.
No,
Yeah, next time we
wouldn't that
talk
be
to Tony
Anthony Tonison.
Oh, could be that. Yeah.
Ray just
Tony
looks
doesn't
around
always
and
have
says,
to.
Well, I'm Tony in the city. By the way, that's how I named Tony's character, was after Tony Tonius. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
You never knew Tony, Ray.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Great guy.
a lot of feelings about this day.
He's-
Why am I here?
He's the one that taught us honesty or compelled action.
It's Ray. It's cool. Like we're all here. You know.
Why do you feel so
Yeah,
bad,
but,
Ray?
like, I mean, it's like the least important thing
No, it's not.
right now. But like, you all came together in this big, epic way, and like, I'm here too. And but for what?
To
If it
help.
wasn't for you, I'd
Why am
probably
I
be
here
dead.
to help?
Yeah, you're here for us.
I mean,
Saved
you're
my
clearly
life.
with us for a reason.
We can't do this without you.
No, but like, what's gonna happen to me when you all achieve your destiny?
You're gonna do it
Come with us.
Listen, I don't know. That's a real
Or else
vague
I'm not going.
situation. Maybe
real
that's a real vague situation. As far as I'm concerned, you're a part of our destiny.
I mean, that's cosmic things that we can't really fathom at this point. We're just kind of going
I
along.
mean, what are the odds that you happen to be flying by our airship, the older sister of one of our party members' good friends? Like, that's destiny, if anything.
When we're being attacked by a Rakshasa.
Yeah, basically a were-tiger with backwards hands.
Don't put that in our
It's not a
head.
were-tiger.
There's no fucking way.
It's a different monster.
What
Do we
tiger?
But could he be, though? Like, what if he was?
Real quick, can I do just like a nature check? Because like I assume I like looked at the picture that they showed me of a Rakshasa. Do they have 3 toes?
They do not have 3 toes, no.
Okay, I like sit there for a second and go,
No, I'm saying, could Mutt be the...
Well, you've known
No.
Mutt for a while. Have you seen him in his
No.
were-tiger form?
You
Have I
actually
seen him?
have not, no.
No,
You knew that you've heard that he was.
yeah, like I knew that he is a.
Maybe we can get him to
Were-tiger,
turn
but-
into the were-tiger and see what it looks like.
maybe I'll call that guy a penis again, and maybe it'll. End.
Maybe you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean that's.
I mean,
the
for
record,
that reason, I
that's a
might
joke.
be.
That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm capable of jokes.
I just like take Elburn's hand and I just go. Ha ha ha
So awkward. All right. Does anybody... Any other conversations need to happen?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
just like. Oh no, go ahead, Atticus.
Well, then let's
No,
continue.
I already just did one. You go.
I just would say, like, before we go to bed, I just want to second Atticus's sentiment that I will never lie to you guys, and I haven't. You guys have seen my mom's nudes. There's not much further we can go.
Oh
what?
my god.
Oh yeah.
What? I want to see.
I
You
think
haven't
Rev
seen?
has them. Elliot might have them.
All right,
And I-
here you go. Which would you like? Would you like portrait or landscape? You want full body or close up? You just tell me.
All of them. Let me see 'em.
He pulls out of Rev's bag a stack of papers that are new drawings of Leona Bell, Avra's mother.
And I look at them, and I look at Avra, and I look at them, and I look at Elburn, and then I look at them a little too long. And then I give
You
them
can
back
hold. You
to
can hold
Elliot.
on. You can hold on to him if you want to.
No.
Oh, I give him back all of them, except I do slip one into my.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Say,
Guys, I just want to remind all of you: this woman is dead.
and my
As the
mom.
mother of.
And we need to
Yeah.
appreciate her.
Oh my gosh.
Sleight of hand, I definitely got a 6.
Okay, so all of you notice her try to put the paper in her pocket because she misses her pocket and it falls on the floor.
No, I grab it.
No, I fight for it.
Okay, both
Do
of you
these-
roll. Both of you roll. Both of you roll acrobatics checks to see who's quicker. No, initiative checks. Just roll initiative.
Initiative.
Yeah.
A 6.
A 6.
Roll it. Well, who has the higher dexterity?
You guys bonk heads.
Probably me. I have a 17.
I have.
She's a really dexterous wizard.
I have an 18.
Yeah, she wins.
Damn.
Fucking hell!
She grabs it.
Did you?
And I just look, and I'm just like, oh, those are. That's cool.
Did you?
Do
see
those make
Hey,
you,
they
like,
had the same
uncomfortable,
effect
Abra?
on me.
Yes,
What?
Atticus.
Do you want those images to be gone?
I mean, I really don't mind Elliot having them. Weirdly. But
Of all things,
I don't know. I don't know why.
do you
that
want
doesn't
them? Do you
bother
want to
me.
keep them for you?
What?
No.
Not like for like, not like for her use, but like for her safekeeping.
This
You
is
know, if I'm
Dungeons
being
and
honest-
Dragons.
If I'm being honest, I would prefer that those pictures no longer existed.
Okay, for sure.
Well, then let's
and
burn 'em.
Elliot snaps his fingers and they're gone.
Well, Elliot, come on. Man.
Okay, Elliot, could you put him in the middle of the room, please?
They're gone.
Elliot?
Elliot.
Rev.
Wait, why were you trying to pocket one?
I want to grab Elliot's ear.
Ow!
Elliot,
Oh,
Nice.
ow!
bring him back.
Yeah. Here you go.
I'm going to toss him all in the fire.
Oh, there's a fire in here?
There's no fire in the bubble.
Oh, we're in the, I forgot we were in the bubble
I
at this
have
point.
I have firebolt. I'll just have like a
Okay.
firebolt in my hand. Like if you want to destroy him, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
I'll tell Drigo to get rid of the ones that we took as well.
Pharaoh.
Arrow?
Hey,
Um,
remember when he said, I don't lie to you about anything?
yeah, we took just a quick inspiration.
Is it? I am always of the thought process that it's not lying if you just don't say anything.
We never asked, I guess.
I didn't take any, for the record.
I
I'm
took
not-
a couple, you know.
Well, yeah, she's
I
not
didn't-
your
I didn't
type.
take any.
She's not your type. She still has skins and muscles.
What are you talking about?
Your type's a ghost. That's your.
That's
Ray
Sorry.
is right there.
Sorry, Elliot's rubbing off on me.
someone's hand.
It was,
Oh, he's
you know,
rubbing off on you? Tell him to stop.
just to refocus real quick.
Tell him to stop.
I finished.
Jesus.
All right, thank you all for joining us for this week's episode.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Chaos.
Is this a one shot? Sorry.
I just wanted to say, that I promised that I won't lie to you all. I didn't really mean to bring the subject back to there. I was just trying to prove that I wouldn't lie. So if anyone else wanted to follow that sentiment, maybe it would make us stronger as a team.
Rev speaks up and he says, I just want to commend both of you for making that declaration.
Rev,
That was
What?
Rev.
I was-
Thank you. That's very nice of you guys.
hey
You
Rev,
don't
will
have
you lie to
nobody
us?
has to.
Yeah. Will I be? Yeah, for sure.
I feel
Sorry,
like
just say it as a sentence.
It is a sentence.
Zone of truth.
Jesus,
I do have
Rev.
it prepared.
Listen, I'm not gonna make.
I know. You're
this
not
feels
gonna
like the
make it
last chance we
square
have to
feel
really
you.
dig deep into Rev's character.
I can't make a promise on behalf of someone else.
You could have just said nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Zach needs to be funny.
I do.
And now you have to pay the price.
I do look at Ray while they're figuring that out, and I go, "Did you? Why'd you want to keep one of her nudes?"
All eyes on Ray.
Yeah, should we step out for this?
Is this an episode?
I
of,
can't. I'm
Is
stuck.
this an episode of Degrassi?
Drake rolls by in a
I'll,
Then get shot.
I'll look at I'll look at Elvern, and then I'll look at Avra, and then I'll look at Elvern, and I'll say, in the interest of being truthful, I don't know
Rev, which I do know that I can say this on behalf of Rev. Rev immediately goes, "Oh, but that's totally okay. You don't have to know."
I mean, yeah, you understand.
That's
I've been around
honest.
for over 1,000 years and have seen a lot of people deal with feelings. You know that, right?
Have you learned how to deal with feelings in the?
I didn't
in
say
the
my
time?
own.
Elmer, when was the last time you got laid?
I immediately look at Ray.
I've got some tips for you guys. I've been
We know you meditate all the time. We know.
I
We
look
know what
at
those
Elburn
candles
and-
are for.
I look at Elburn and I just yank his hand. And I say, "We need to leave this hut now." And
Oh, all right, cool.
safety first.
I can't wait to ask you that question again in 30 minutes.
Evan
30
Cullinan
minutes?
shows up in the back of the bubble and goes, like, fucking 5 minutes. Shut the fuck up.
All right, so the two of you walk away. Everybody else is still here. Ava and Atticus having poured their hearts out. Everyone else having not done so.
Hey, I poured my heart out.
Yeah, you sure did, bud.
Kind of wanted to talk to everybody about other things, but wait.
Do you think that they're really? Do you think that that's literally why they left?
No.
That's not true, right? They're going to talk or something, right?
I mean, we can see him right over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
can
it
we?
is a see-through bubble.
I'm just doing this and
I'm fully just standing there, just like.
All right, we have to move on. We have to move on.
yeah. Well, Evan and I will talk about what we talked about.
Yes, yeah. So, is there anything? But is there? I mean, I do want to give you a shot.
Yes.
Is there anything? Okay.
It's a serious thing. It's not like
No, I believe you. I
plan thing.
I believe you. I'm just messing around.
So is a butt on a back.
Oh,
Zach's
man.
head explodes. No, maybe I didn't realize that we were going to be meeting the leader of the Great Tip Vanguards in a couple days. But if anybody wants to, you don't have to. I'm just putting it out there to the group. If anybody wants to help me, who was responsible for the events of Steep Cliff and what happened to my father, maybe ask around. You don't have to. I will. Just throwing it out there.
Of course, definitely.
I mean,
I'm happy to help.
I got your back, guys.
Thank you.
We back?
Are you? How long did that conversation last?
I waited until they were
5
back to
minutes.
say that.
Okay, you waited until they were back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can discuss what what that interaction was. I think it's funnier if we don't
That's
know.
it.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Me too.
I'm gonna read more about Pharaoh in this book. Have I come across Pharaoh's name yet?
No, but there was an entry about a little bitch medic that just kidding.
I said that too. Textbook
With a big
official.
scar on his face.
Raymond the Invincible defeated the entire army, especially this little bitch medic. No. There's been no mention of Pharaoh. However, as an interesting point of order, you definitely have seen the last name Ganondel.
Okay.
But that's not horribly surprising because I think Pharaoh has let you guys, maybe not, but I think Pharaoh, he might not have, but Pharaoh's family does have connections high up in the military.
I think you did
Yeah.
when you got
Yeah,
that
yeah.
message from him and everything. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I would like to rest for a long rest, but get up as early as possible.
Yeah. Do you
Like,
want to take, you can either do that or you can watch the first part of the night, whichever one.
Yeah, we're taking watches, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we're
guys
all
are taking watches. So who's taking first watch with the gray tips?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take the last watch, whatever. that
Okay,
is.
so you'll wake up earlier than everybody.
I'll do in the middle, I guess.
Okay. All right. We just need 3. Unless anybody wants to join anybody, and we can just discuss that in the moment. Okay. So all of you that are sleeping, other than Pharaoh, find yourselves asleep. Ray, as you nod off to dreamy dreamland, you start hearing the wind rustle around you, birds chirping, and you open your eyes and you're in the same forest, the Hillgoth Grove. Forest that you always knew from a very young age. You're seeing it from quite a low vantage point. You're much younger in this memory. And you're laughing, and leaves keep swirling up around you as if you're getting caught in a little tiny leaf tornado. But they brush your cheeks gently. It's not a harsh wind as they swirl around you, and you're laughing, and your vision turns to a woman who you recognize to be your mother. It's been a very long time since you've seen the vision of your mother. As a matter of fact, who knows without this dream if you were told to provide what your mother looks like, who knows if you would even have been able to. But here she is, undoubtedly in front of you in this memory, this dream, and she's laughing and she's waving her arms around. And the leaves that are swirling around you seem to be following her arms. And you see a green cloak that she is wearing, but it's not like the Emerald Union cloak. It's a darker green, and it's tied together with a pendant of a green leaf ornately set against a gold circle. And you always knew that pendant. Your mother wore it wherever she was, whenever she was out. And you had forgotten about that pendant. And then your vision, the memory kind of jumps forth a bit, and you're in your home. Still young. You're in bed. You're holding the pendant with the green leaf in your hand, kind of twirling it back and forth. Sitting next to you is your mom, and she's just kind of brushing your hair as she talks to you. In the corner, you hear the sounds of a crying baby, of a little brother, not yet old enough to stand. And she's just kind of humming to you. If you ever find yourself alone, you can always look for the green leaves. They taught me everything I know. Everything that I know, and everything that I am. There's some of that in you, Ray. Don't forget. And as the memory keeps unfolding in front of you, as the words keep coming out of her mouth, you do remember this. You know, it's kind of like watching a TV show that you haven't watched in a long time. Everything that's happening to you is new, but you remember it as soon as it happens. And it was a memory that you had pushed away so long ago. Not only because you were simply so young, but also because it was painful to think of your mother and of those memories. Your vision jumps forth again. You're older this time. This time you're running through the trees yet again. And you see a group of elvish women running on the forest floor beneath you. And you're currently following them as you're jumping from tree to tree. And you see them eventually get to this clearing, and they're laughing and talking with one another, and they kind of like all collapse in the clearing together, winded and laughing and rolling around in the grass. All of these women, on some part of their clothing, have a green pendant of a leaf embedded onto a gold ring. And one of them jumps in the air, turning into a small sparrow that then flies off into the distance, and each one jumps, following her, turning into a sparrow as they fly off. And you just watch them remembering the pendant for but a second before that memory fades. And then your vision changes again, except this time you're in a place that you've never been before. At least not one that you remember. The wind is swirling around you, and you're standing in a field of waist-high grass. And the grass, as the wind blows, is iridescent in color and seems to change colors slightly as the wind blows through it. And you look around, and it's hard to imagine, but you're seeing colors that you've never seen before. And you hear laughing. And you turn and you see this satyr, a individual with the top body of a human male, maybe more so like a halfling male. Long pointy ears though, thick curled horns, lower body, brown tufted fur, cloven hooves on the bottom. He's running around and jumping from rock to rock, swinging on the branch of a tree. And then behind him, jumping from rock to rock, swinging from the branch of a tree, is Kelphi. Except she's older. She looks to be about maybe 13, 14 years old. And she kind of stops, and she's laughing, and her breath's short, and she turns and... Ray?
Hi.
Hey,
Whoa.
how are you here?
I don't know. Is an answer that I've heard is okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I don't know it's okay.
What are you? Where are we?
You're in the
And then I,
Feywild.
Uh. Whoa. Okay.
But you look weird, and you look down at yourself, and you're kind of see-through, almost. Almost as if you aren't corporeally there in the moment. You try to move, and you can't physically move from the spot that you're at. You can move your arms and move around, but you're stuck in this one location. How are you? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I kind of like take that all in, and kind of just look at her, and be like, I think that I'm dreaming.
Is this some kind of magic?
Yes.
Huh. Whoa. And as you're talking to her, you see on her hip the green pendant leaf that she always has with her. This is crazy. How are you doing this?
Kelphi, I think I'm like you.
What do you mean?
I think that. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I think I saw when your mom left you, and I think I know the people that took you in because I think I was also raised by them.
The green leaves?
Well, one of them.
Wait, you saw my... I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I also kind of am.
Your mom was a green leaf?
I think so.
So can you do stuff that I can do?
Yes. And I don't know if I can do it in a dream, but I would like to like try something if I can.
What do you like to try?
if I can do magic, I'd love to like cast entangle.
You try to
like-
access your powers right now, and you're not quite able to do it.
Okay.
Well, you know, if you can do stuff like me, I've been doing it for quite some time, and you know, I could probably show you how to do some stuff when I get back.
Okay.
If you want, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. Will you be back soon?
Hi, Ray. And your vision fades. As out from behind Kelphi, you see Sam kind of look out from behind her. And he smiles as your vision disappears. And you wake up in the bubble. And you can't move because you look down at your legs, and where your legs are, vines have grown out of the ground and entangled your legs to the ground.
Can I release the spell?
You know what it's like to release your magical energy that you're concentrating on, and you try to do that, and the vines break away from your legs and secede back into the earth.
Is anybody else awake?
If they would be on watch and not be in the bubble currently, so no.
I kind of look around. Can I see Avra?
You can, yeah, she's asleep.
Okay, I want to like kind of quietly, don't want to like disturb anyone.
Yeah.
Try to go over to Avra and like shake her awake.
Yeah, easily enough.
Avra.
Everyone's guards are pretty down within the bubble.
Ooh. Yeah? What? Are you okay?
I don't want to freak you out. I think we should start worrying about Kelphi.
What do you mean?
I just had another dream. And I saw her. And not like the past, but like now. And I think I was in the Feywild and I saw her with Sam, and he does not look like just a little boy.
Okay. I mean, what I do know about the Feywild, and I told Kelphi this, is that it can be misleading. It's known for trickery. I mean, that would make sense, but how did you get to the Feywild?
I don't know. I was dreaming. But I can do this, and I'll try to like cast entangle on like her legs.
Yeah. Easily enough. If you have the spell slot for it, for sure.
I do, yeah. And I say, but I can do this.
And
What?
vines slowly grow up and curl around your legs.
What? And I'll like break the spell. I'll like try to break it
Yeah.
immediately. Yeah. So
Well,
I
that's
don't know.
cool.
And you've seen Kelphi do that many a times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I talked to Gidget earlier. I can do this now. Like, I don't know if I have like a. I mean, if Kelphi's in the Feywild, and I either have a connection with her or.
Okay.
And then
I'm
But
already super worried about Kelphi. I know that we all want to keep going, but we still have, what, 4 more days to travel, and that seems like a really long time to just leave her.
But like,
I
if
have-
we go to the Feywild, it would be like time is weird there, right? Like, we could come back. Like, do you have a way that you could get us there?
Maybe in the morning. Maybe. I don't know if I could get us there, but I could definitely make myself prepared to send messages in the same way that Pharaoh does. I can, I don't know, I can summon Fae and maybe
Could
that,
they, like,
but I don't know if that would actually, I've never done that before actually.
I mean, I think this is the time to try.
Yeah.
Clearly, things that we've never tried before.
Well, I can't until the morning. But maybe we try to meet with everyone else first thing in the morning and talk to them about this.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of just freaked out.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I honestly haven't slept much. I'm really worried about Kelphi.
Yeah, I wasn't, and now I'm sorry that you've been feeling like this.
Yeah, she's important to me, you know?
And I remember, like, for that, in that moment, I remember how how Kelphi's face looked when she was like by Ray, and how, like, when he like looked around her, and I get like the sickening sense, and I tell this to Abra, is like, I get the sickening sense that she wants to come back, but she's not allowed.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we need to deal with this sooner rather than later. I think since I can't do anything until morning anyway, maybe we wait till morning to talk to everyone, but I almost want to wake everyone up.
How Zach, how early, like, what watch is happening right now? Is it like the last watch?
Eric
it
is
almost-
currently, or Atticus is currently on watch. It's the middle watch.
Okay.
So you
we
have
still-
not taken a long rest yet. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I think you're right. I think maybe you and I might not rest, but maybe we should try to just get through the night.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, wake me up if you see anything else. And I don't know if by some chance you do see Kelphi again, just tell her that I miss her. Okay, and I'm gonna go and try to sleep.
All right. Pharaoh, as I just said, nothing happened during your watch. You were able to come back, and Atticus, nothing happens during yours as well. Elbert, as the last person to watch, as you, what do you do? You just stay in one location, or do you do your perimeter?
I'm doing the perimeter, like
Just kind of
trying
walking around.
Yeah, trying
Totally.
to, you know. I'd stay in areas like a little bit longer than normal if I like heard like a weird something, but
Yeah.
then like move on just to like have the backs of the people out there.
Totally, yeah. As you are on one side of the camp, you hear a sudden, like, rustling from, like, a loud rustling, and then two very loud bangs, which are unlike a noise you've ever heard before,
Okay.
coming
Okay,
from the other side of the camp.
I get out my longbow, immediately go back to what? No, how close am I to the bubble?
To the bubble. The bubble's halfway between you and the noise, so like you're like, I don't know, 60 yards away from the bubble.
Real quick question about the bubble.
Yes.
If I were to throw something at it, would that alert the caster or anybody within the bubble?
It would just like bounce off of it.
And we can
Um,
see if anybody's awake. Like
No one's
it's
awake.
see
That's
through
in
from
the.
the
I
inside.
deliberately woke up before everybody else.
Yeah, no one's awake that's in the bubble. Actually, that's not true. Pharaoh's awake. Pharaoh would only have to sleep through the middle watch. So while you're on watch, Pharaoh's just like, I don't know, watching everyone sleep or something.
Yeah,
So-
I'm just standing over Atticus sleeping.
So you do know, and I don't know, Pharaoh does a bunch of weird stuff in the morning, so you know that while you're on watch that at least Pharaoh's probably awake.
Okay, if I can see the bubble, I'm gonna grab something on the ground and just like yeet it right at the bubble, and then like move with purpose towards the sound. It's not like crashing in there, like making a lot of noise, but like
Yeah. I will
I'm
say,
moving.
just to, and this is my fault for not describing it. You are like the camp's here, the noise is here, you're here, so you have to go past the bubble to get to the noise. Yeah,
Okay.
I described it in a bad way.
So I move towards the noise, but I like move to the bubble and I look at Pharaoh.
Yeah, just
If
like
you
pop your
hear
head
me,
in.
right?
It's just like just Elburn's head like pops into it.
I go, Pharaoh, we need to get everybody up. There's been a giant ass sound over here. I'm going to investigate. Just wake everybody up, and then I pull out and immediately go back towards the
Right.
sound.
Yeah.
Rise and shine, everyone.
As you run, like Mutt is kind of like stirring awake, having heard the noises too, and like doesn't do anything. He's just like, as you're running past him, you see that he's waking up. And as you get there, you see on the ground, you see Dakar currently on the ground, a slice across his chest, blood on the ground. And he looks over at you. Oh, yeah. He went that way with him. I tried to stop him, but it's a bloody big thing. Oh, fuck.
And I move off in that direction immediately.
You look down and you see the very similar tracks as before. You see three three-toed large footprints bipedal, and they seem to disappear every like 30 feet. But you're just running and running and running, and you find them. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
19.
In the distance, you see like a shimmering, like a little bit of a shimmer. And as you're getting closer, you realize that there is a ornate red door standing in the middle of the forest, and it has a thin arcane outline on the door. In front of that door, you see a large bipedal creature with thick legs, covered in like what seem to be scales, but it's not reptilian. Has a large stomach. Its arms are big and thick and wrap around kind of like the arms of an ape. They're very long. And what really gets you is that like it goes from stomach to the bottom of the mouth. It's like as if a human's chest was replaced with the bottom of the mouth, and then just this part up is just mouth. It's just a huge mouth creature. And you see it standing in front of the door, and there's two pairs of legs currently hanging out of the mouth as it kind of like swallows up the rest of the leg and opens the door.
I take a shot.
Yeah,
before it
you're able to get 2 shots off.
Okay, great. Yeah. Fuck. That's fucked. 25.
25 hits for sure.
And then I'll do damage after I roll this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm guessing this one doesn't. 12.
12 does not hit. No.
Okay, so for that first one, that's okay. 7 piercing damage. I think that's all I can do or add to that.
Yeah, so you're like still running, and just like as you're running towards him, the first arrow enters right into the back of the creature as it's turned around. The second arrow slams into, well, the second arrow would slam into the door, but it goes right through it. And But you see then in front of you, the creature looks back at you. And then it opens the door. And you see, as it's turning, even though it's a huge mouth, you see that it's wearing this medallion that hangs below it that is also glowing red currently. And you see it open the door, walk into the doorway, and then close the door.
Damn, I was about to ask how far away I was if I could dash to him.
I mean, that's it's 6 seconds turns, so.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like keep, like, my momentum like carries me forward.
Yeah, I mean, you get to the door's still there.
I take an arrow and try to like touch it.
It just goes right through it.
I take a pinky and I like.
You just go through it, and like you like even look, and you're like you look on the other side, and it's like if you look at it from the side, it looks like it's not even there.
I yell for Abra as loud as possible.
I'd be like
On
my way there, probably.
I do that, but I also, can I use any sort of arcana to see if I can like delve my own memory to see if I have any idea what this is?
For sure, yeah. Roll an arcana check.
Fuck. That is a 16.
16's good. You don't know the exact spell, but you know of a specific spell that you've definitely utilized in the past, and other big magic users love to utilize. I forget the specific name of it, and I'm not going to look it up right now, but it's something Magnificent Mansion.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
More
talking
like I don't want. It's not Mordecai.
Mordenkainen's.
Yeah, Mordenkainen's. That's what it is. Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. But of a spell that creates an alternate dimension. But like leaves a physical doorway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just stand there and I'm just like
Magnificent.
alerting everybody. Which one was hurt? The car?
Yeah, Descartes. And hold on just a second. I just want to make sure I have the reading of this right. Okay, cool. So yeah, it was Descartes.
Okay, I turn and I yell, after I've yelled Abra and after I kind of like get my bearings on what this is, I yell for Descartes hurt.
You actually
Hurt, and
see,
we
you see Mutt approaching, and Descartes is currently Descartes has his shoulder over Mutt as they're like coming to you. Avra and Pharaoh are not too far behind. It seems like everyone was like time-wise just like 20-30 seconds behind you. So as Descartes and Mutt approach and look at you, they see the door too, and their eyes go wide, and then the door disappears.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. What was that? Is that something that you conjured?
No, I don't do magic.
Oh, right.
It's
Oh, this fucking aches. And everybody else has now approached. What?
Oh, right? How do you know that?
Oh, I thought didn't you and your
this is a good example of a time that it doesn't.
didn't you
make
and your
sense to be
group talk about how you
confrontational.
don't like fucking magic?
Oh, I just didn't know you were in the room for that.
Oh, fuck.
I'll lay on
I
hands
go over and
and
oh,
I'll hold him up while you heal.
I'll cure. We'll both heal.
I don't say that. I'm assuming that was a flub.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and Deva walks up and doesn't say anything, but just immediately like wraps her arms around her brother.
I'm sorry. And there, you said there were 2 pairs of legs
There were, yeah.
in the mouth.
Yep.
Who? What?
Where's Hank?
He was
And where's Taz?
that creature. He's the one who he grabbed Hank. Taz has come up.
2 pairs is in 4 legs. 2 pairs is in
4 legs.
2 legs.
Oh no, I apologize. Just 2 legs.
Just 2 legs?
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
Was that Hank?
Yeah, he grabbed Hank and then ran off with him. I tried stopping him. He slashed me up real good. You heard the 2 bangs, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Elburn,
I
what
took
did
a
you
shot.
see?
A thing that had a giant mouth. It seems very much. Would it be safe to assume that it's like perhaps 9 hellish?
It looks hellish. It looks
It,
hellish.
it looked
Looks
like
like
a
hell.
son of a bitch. I'll tell you that. It looked very infernal in my mind. I didn't do a whole lot.
It's definitely not a creature you've seen before, so it's
Yeah.
hard to tell.
But it's fucked up looking.
Yeah,
it has a giant mouth.
That for sure.
It had a giant mouth. It basically looked like it swallowed Hank whole. I got a shot into its back.
He appeared out of nowhere. Just appeared behind Hank in the shadows and just immediately swallowed him up and sliced at me. Got off 2 shots, but then he teleported away. He's a fast motherfucker.
Did I see the door disappear?
Yeah, sure.
You saw that, right?
Yes. Did you get a close look at the? Was there any writing on the door?
No, just I mean, it was ornate. There weren't any words on it. My arrows passed through it. My own hand couldn't touch it. The creature had some sort of medallion, which seemed to glow with the same color of the door. I mean,
Do you know what it is? Have you seen it before?
I mean, way back in the day, it was like it's like an alternate, like, I don't want to call it a pocket dimension, but it's kind of like a pocket dimension kind of thing. It's a separate plane from here, but it's not like the Feywild.
So it could have gone anywhere.
Yes, no, it went to its own space, but it's like there's one way out of that space, and they have to conjure it somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, granted it's been 1,000 years, so like.
Will it be right here? Will it reappear in that same spot, or he?
Abra would know that they can conjure the door anywhere.
Okay.
Avra, would
They
you
can
know?
conjure the door anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
just from the back of the group just go, we have so many problems.
fine, what else
Well,
happened?
if
no
he's-
way to solve any of them.
If the creature was wearing a medallion of some kind, then, and I don't know, from the way it looked and behaved, it definitely didn't seem super intelligent. I would say that something else is sending those creatures.
Kill door.
What
It's
does
gotta
that
be.
Makes sense.
Kill
Um,
door.
I need 2 people to make insight checks. You as a party decide who it is.
I got one. I'm good at it.
Mine
I got
is
plus
not
3.
great. Mine's
I only have a
plus
plus
1.
one.
I have
plus
plus 3
3.
too, but
Okay, then I won't.
You can make it, Ray. You and
Okay.
Pharaoh.
all right. I'll inside it up.
All right, I rolled a 10.
14.
Okay.
Dang it.
Nice.
Great.
I look at you all and I just go, well, I mean, if we think this, like, I mean, I don't know, this thing could have had like a deal. Someone's hired it. Someone's summoning it. It could be Xavier. It could be fucking, I don't know, the Rakshasa. Is that a thing the Rakshasas do?
Mutt kind of speaks up at this point. And he's like, "What are you talking about? What kind of shit have you brought us onto us?"
We,
A lot.
Hey now, hey.
This is the first time that we've seen anything like this, so like this is probably not us. We're just covering all our bases.
All
It
right.
seems only going after your people.
It's
though.
going after who's alone.
Yeah, it's not the Rakshasa because it has a vendetta against us specifically.
Was everyone on watch alone?
Well,
No, they were together.
alone-ish.
Mm. Hey, were they alone?
No, I'm saying like there was only 2 of them. It's going after people who are weak together. I'm saying you can't just specifically say it's going after our group. Is all I was saying.
You got a good look at it. I'll look at it. Was Dakar.
Dakar,
Was
yeah.
his name? Did he have any? Did the medallion have any symbols on it? Did he have any? Not like he was wearing a uniform, but did he have any? Markings on him?
Did I notice?
You didn't know. It was too far away for you to notice. And
I just
Dakar,
saw glowing red.
you just saw glowing red in the shape of a triangle. And
glowing red, shape of a triangle.
yeah.
Shape of a triangle. That's all I could see. I mean, I was mostly focused on taking a shot to stop it, and that was it.
Dakar looks at you and says, "What he said."
Okay, well, I mean, it seems like our best bet is to keep moving, but
Well, it seems to be that the creature's going to follow us no matter what. So I suppose you're right.
We should change how we do watches. Maybe we don't send. Maybe we just go back to back, kind of hunker up in the middle, so we're all together.
I have a technical question.
Yes.
So I can technically cast spells through Gidget, right?
Yes. Mhm.
So could I, in theory, make 2 tiny huts, one with me in it and one with Gidget in it, if I took 22 minutes or whatever?
Is it concentration?
No, tiny hut is not concentration. It just exists.
That's interesting.
It exists as long as she's in it. I would say no.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just felt like it was worth a shot.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I think that Gidget is not enough of a presence of you to keep that spell going by just
That makes
having him
sense.
inside of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna have to stick together on these watches, even if we're gonna go out and like take a piss. We need to go with at least 4 people. How
Just
many do we
turning
have
into
left?
like the thing. Are we about to go through the thing and the?
Let's everyone draw
What
blood.
is that? Is that a book or?
You haven't with Kurt Russell? You haven't.
It's a movie.
Oh, yeah, the old theater star, the old vaudeville.
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 Oh, you guys weren't alive for that. That was in the. That was a couple. That was like 700 years ago.
Well, it seems like there's not anything we can do about this other than just being really careful tomorrow, right?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I would like to go lay down.
Yeah.
I appreciate the healing, but still a little bit of pain.
What did
Since
you just
we're
use on that thing? I'm sorry. Please go ahead, Avery.
Oh, I was just gonna say since we're up, I think can the Lake Peak 6, 7 can we just all chat
Morning
in
meeting.
the bubble for a minute?
Yeah.
Oh wait, the bubble's not there anymore because I left.
Rev says, by the way, I think we can just officially say Lake Peak 7. Like, I know Ray wasn't there, but like, we're the Lake Peak 7, right?
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just start crying.
Oh,
like-
We're gonna have. I'm gonna have to
like now,
reprint a
I'm
lot of
like-
business cards. But yeah, I think that's the right move.
It's tough to rebrand this late, but
Yeah.
Every time someone says Lake Peak 6, you have to be like, 7.
7.
Yeah.
I would just sort of gather us all, like, I don't know where the bubble was.
Yeah.
Where, yeah. Ray, do you want to tell everyone about the dream that you had?
Ooh.
And I just like wipe away. Like one feeling.
Okay.
I
Gidget comes and sits on your lap.
and I'm just like
Gustav
holding
comes
Gidget.
over and nuzzles.
Oh my god! And I just crying again.
Elburn pushes both of them off and curls in your lap. Kidding.
So I'm just like holding Gidget, and I look at everybody, and I'm like, and basically tell them
Yeah.
what I told Ava in the night, just of how I had a dream about the green leaf pennant and my mom, and then also all these women that I saw turn into sparrows, which seems like could be construed as a sexual awakening, but we don't know.
I saw what I was explaining, but I saw your face.
I know. Did you see
You
me?
kept going.
I'm watching a bunch of women frolic in the woods, turning into sparrows, and I'm not feeling some kind of. And then eventually I get to the part where I saw Kelphi, with who I'm assuming to be the little boy that she said that she was with, and most importantly press upon the fact that I don't think that she is safe.
Do you
and
explain
I
that
think
do you tell them that you can do magic or druid magic at least? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I would. Did we get any sort of like rest?
Yeah, at this point you've all had a full rest. Yeah.
A full rest. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I know
then,
it doesn't
yeah,
really
I'll-
work like this way, but the way it's just like you kind of have like sleep and then you have a watch and then you sleep, but I just consider it a full rest. I don't really know how it works. It's fine.
It says it performs no more than 2 hours of light activity, so standing watch is light activity.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I'll use a spell slot to go ahead and just show them the entangle spell, and I'll do it specifically on
Elburn.
Melbourne.
Yep.
Yeah.
Knew where that was going.
Yeah?
And I'll be like, say all this stuff, and I can do this now.
Oh!
Puzzle.
Panic and fall over. And do I fall over if that,
You can't move.
It's like a.
You like
I'm just
almost
like,
fall
Anakin.
over, but you just like, but you like you're Michael Jackson leaning, like.
It's like those little things you push the bottom and they fall over,
Yeah.
and then they stand back up.
Atticus is dying laugh.
So I don't know what all that means, but I'm pretty sure Kelphi isn't safe.
Wait, what? Kelphi's not safe?
Yeah. So at the end of that, before I said, and I can do this. I say that I don't think I saw Kelphi in the Feywild. I think she's with that boy, but I don't think that it's a boy, and I don't think she's safe.
Cool.
Well, we have
as
to go to
as
the
a
Feywild.
rule, I don't know. I mean, you did come into us late and before we had talked about this, but this is this is not okay. What has just happened in this moment, and I'm doing my best to mitigate my panic. But you have just used magic on me, and I'm not a fan. This is. Can we?
Shit! And then I.
All right.
Yeah, and
Oh
you
my
continue
God.
the fall. Yeah.
Oh my God! And I like grab him, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And
We've all done it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't read your magic thing at this point, Elbrin. I don't know if you like it or
I need everyone to make a perception check for me.
natural 20.
We're all in the Feywild.
No, just kidding. 16.
I'm so distracted by all of my feelings and the fact that I just used magic on Elber and I got a 7.
10. I haven't rolled higher than 9 this whole day.
I also got a 10.
Did anyone get above a 15?
16.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Thank God.
Vero. As everyone's hugging, and you're for sure a part of that.
Oh yeah.
I say everyone. I think literally just Elburn and Ray were hugging, but you see two people hugging, and you think they need a third.
I gotta get in there.
The Charles Boyle of our group.
So as you are going up to them, you like see that the people of the Gray Tips are like kind of reeling from what's going on. Like Mutt and Driv are talking in what seemed to be a heated conversation, and Dekar is kind of leaning up against one of the wagons, and Deva's talking to him, and you see Ash and Nessa talking over by the side. You see Taz like just sitting at the fire, and then you see something that catches your eye. You see the very brief sight catches its eye. It's a red glint in the sun of a small red medallion in the shape of a triangle hanging from the waist of Deva Sunstride. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, it's been happening since you guys got here.
Yeah, let's trust these Great Tip Vanguards. They're such great people. We all like them.
Okay, I get it. I'm choosing you guys.
Atticus is always right when not to trust somebody. And you guys should all listen.
I implicitly trust them, so I don't bring it up.
Listen, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. All right.
I'm having opinions.
This is a great episode. Thank you all so much.
Wow.
I appreciate all the role playing. Thank you all for watching. We will not be having a session next week. I will be home in Indiana, back home again. Just keep an eye on our socials for the upcoming dates. But thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. And yeah. We'll see what happens next time. Very excited to have the group back together. So, as always, everybody say bye!
Bye.